the COVID Health Recovery Levy Repeal Act 2025. And it's my honor and privilege to sign to repeal the COVID levy. Promise made, promise delivered. During the COVID pandemic, governments purported to provide free water, free electricity, free food, and a lot of things. And to the shock of most Ghanaians after the pandemic was over and after the elections were over, government slapped Ghanaians with a 1% value-added tax, ostensibly to recover what it's supposed to have spent on the COVID pandemic. Ghana continued to remain one of the only countries where we're being taxed for a pandemic that had passed. And so during the election, we promised that when the NDC comes to power, the COVID levy is one of those who repeal. A lot of Ghanaians have disliked this tax, and today I'm pleased that on the 10th of December 2025, I've signed the Repeal Act to remove the 1% COVID levy. And I will present it to the Clerk of Parliament.
GDP, the appreciation of the cedi, it is happening now. So what we do as a nation who've been up, down, crazily walking in a quagmire of what do you call it, quicksand, lost. Now as suddenly we are seeing our way, all I'm saying is that, okay, if it does look like we're seeing our way there, let's rally together and make sure that for once, this country will go where we belong. I kid you not. We have come through 8 years of decay and decadence. And whether you like it or not, the 8 years we have come out from was 8 years of decay and decadence. And we have entered another era that seems to be having some focus. All I'm saying is let's stay and support and make sure we can finally make a headway. I'm not, let me say this, maybe I may come. We always have people who we call the nation builders. They have Ghana at heart. They want to make sure that no matter what, Ghana must succeed. Those are the nation builders. And we have nation wreckers. The funny thing is this, folks, even the nation wreckers want Ghana to succeed, but they are so idiotic that they want Ghana to succeed under a particular party. They want Ghana to succeed only under a particular party or leadership. But if it's not that leadership, if it's not that party, then the country must go to hell. The problem we know. The problem. Otherwise, what is wrong is saying that we should all back Mahama to do the right thing and go the right way. It's because we NDC, MP4 say, CP4 say, what kind of stupidity is that? When we want to build a nation, where do we inject partisan thinking into this process? Look, let me say this. This nation building, nation workers conflict started long ago, from Kwame Nkrumah time. When Nkrumah wanted to industrialize this country, when he got the vision of building the Akosombo Dam, which then, look at that, back in the 60s, Ghana was the first country to have the largest man-made dam. That was Akosombo Dam. That was Nkrumah's vision. But check this out. Who didn't like it? Who would be opposed to building the largest man-made dam in the world that was going to pump electricity to make sure that our agric and industrialization fostered? Who be against that? I'm trying to say that there were some people who, common sense, shall say, this thing is good, but the political bias tells them that no, it's good, dear, we know it's good, but if it's coming under common crown, it's that stupidity. And that's what I say, nation building versus nation wrecking. So even those who were upset that it was coming at a Kwame Nkrumah, they knew that the Akosombo Dam was an important thing for the nation. Who doesn't? Say we are building the largest man-made dam to help in the industrialization of the country, to help with the agriculture of the country, to help with the growth and of the country. Who in their right mind would say we don't want it? No. Even those who were wreckers, who didn't want it because it was Kwame Nkrumah doing it. If it was another leader doing it, they would have praised it and said it was the best thing in the world. Charlie, we can't rule this country like that. So I'm getting a message out to all these nation workers who are the foundation of Jandam, who are interested in destroying this country because they don't like where the leader is coming from. Charlie, your time is up. We will let you leave this country and leave your sandals behind. Your time is up. So it's not surprising that during Nkrumah's era, the nation workers saying,
Memo akwaba Edeba TV XYZ so bebia wa wo hwe bebia. Memo akwaba Edeba TV XYZ ene power 97.9 FM so. Ma memo bibira afishiapa afi say na nyame aye yakoma so ebisade ede amaye na bibia etumi akọ enkan. Mamemfa na sekese ma otwedi ampo nyankopon we bi osu ntokra ndi nedu ya che kwa impo matetremada abodwe mo mogedi emu efu sani menda na sibebre menda production team ase executive producer Mr. Kelvin Asante saso na Mr. Rav Jampo TV director woko MCR ha ono no or director affairs wo hopa yenkoni se saso na elder Peter Cranton wo ho owura Emmanuel Nete oni Emmanuel Kisi omonso ehwe sound abaso so hobi ya ba main studios ha cameras will be hu yenua Francis wa ha sa so na Kofi the boy sa ekukudami na omo cameras omo twame mo bebia wo bia no so wo so wo hume ye call nsiesie sem so a miami nua ba madini na Elizabeth Tego ono so na we siesie bi a magin konya atena so a mere Thursday's edition of Inside Politics Jumedi Mede Ebro eti bebia wo bia wo tie me bebia wo bia wo hwe me nyabotre na tson TV set echi nyabotre na tune into 97.9 megahertz na tie ensema ekoso my ganem abra yedini na ebegu bamba so na yedi honkomo wosu wotie na wo hwe yen kai se munni hwa ye ni ho tie ne mu na ebom edi dwumen abra abo 555 na ebetumi de dwumedi ni na akwawiye entima meka ne se nyabotre na tie me ekoso wo Ghana imom don't forget say your platform is so na Ghana kasa Ghana tie nti na ama number of radio affiliate radio stations bebre nanka say to me afaye a omo tie di medie bi woko half original capital eye go so a nananom 92.5 FM wo ho ye ko eye sunafo south edunum radio wo sankore ni pampempem nankasa na tie bi a half region ho nankasa ye batano no fa eye dua ankwantane no potem Charity 99.9 FM afa dwumedie bia ni pampempem tie wo dua ankwanta ene no potem ye ba eye Tano Sauta, Bechem nin potem, high radio, so afabi, wa no son ko futi papa. Ye train me a call Bono Regional, Doma West, border town. Doma West and Crown Quanta, make us say Surma Radio, to me afabi more. Domain in Potem, Bonoman Tomo, and some part of Ivory Coast, so etie, Jumediebi, a Tremtree, your court Savannah Regional, in Giligi FM, a boily, a fat Jumediebi pa, a ditemo bia, etie ho, your court OT Regional, a Nuasi Radio Afebi, Saso, na Boom FM, so etumi afa dwumedie bia ama oso wote enka ti mo am wo tim potem hoina ntia kese enkomu yi pa yeko Volta region from Mantoma regional capital ho na Volta Power 94.1 Afabi Global FM so Afabi and san a number of affiliate radio stations of mafa dwumedie bi nano ntia kese enkomamu na mon kai se aha ye Power 97.9 FM aha ye TVXYZ don't forget say power to the people ahana Ghana kasa ahana Ghana tie yema obibiara afishia pa multi TV dege box TVXYZ tie woso obetumi ahwebi woso so na digital platform no free to wear no so obetumi ahwebi na wetie bi woso kama pa don't forget say multi TV dege box na kasa audio channel no Power FM woso yeko Facebook and TikTok so ye woso Power 979 FM Power 979 FM ubetumi ahwedwumedie bi na wetie bi ma bibia etumi akọ enkan ede amount ntia kese enkoma mo papa na ansa na ye hye dwumedie ase emse adwada no ye de sa asemi tudwa na ye sanso esisu biom ma announcement ebede adwasa Ghana Armed Forces ene ne sister security service ahro conduct a joint show of force exercise course so and they are na course so anapa 9 pepepe na dwumedie ne sha so Black Star Square a course so ye major street war the capital Accra then important na ye hu say military, the police, the fire, the customs, the immigration omo nyina no ehima joint force enam the principal street of Accra ye hu bi nti say ohu ya ni na ne say omo ye adwuma bom titiru afene kwa awieye the festive season ye mbambo semi nara nti ye da yenda omo na aka bom se ombema yenya somodwe se ye festive season afene kwa awieye a ombedi dwuma e de aboa timam obie nsuo mama obie mbohu titiru festive season ni ahohoa abakrom ha ene meka ho omehwe ma yedi Xmas free yenya incident bia yenti asembia nti say yehu se ne the Ghana police, the Ghana Armed Forces, immigration, the prisons, the fire service ene meka ho ina no omu na ehiem no omu nam krom a say the show of force exercise akoso nende efe Greater Accra de ekoso ono na yina yehu ye say omunam krom nti say wonam krom na ende wo hu bibisa na ye bibia ye di kan aka ho asem dada adwoadan ye kan ho asem ende na dwumedie no eba so nti eno na wo hwe wo screen no so na wo hu ye military Ghana Armed Forces ye military for na ye hu omo no eno Ghana police for ye hu enkai ni na prisons ne meka ho na nti on ehu ya na omo hye omo amka no na omo de na emu no omo ka na enemu a fire service tenders no ene Ghana police obia nti yade a omo prepare ye papa say festive season yade a bibia bededin ye benya ye asomdwe bi say omo wo ho so omo maintain peace and stability a Ghana yenya no ye mo bia me disturb peace nti wodada na yade a omota ye se etose bi omu na aka bom eye adwuma bom kama nti edieteno no se utia we announcement ayedi kan na Evelyn Ntiamoa Asamoah Colonel Director for General Public Relations onu na nensahye sa announcement ya se nti adwumadi a ekoso a na efeye papa nti na ohun ya mema wakomantu sentinti a sa de ekoso enono na mefa makoma so de ba kun entwem de bia na meka se Ghana ha nyame ehia ye papa na we hia a ifoma gudie wo de wani kyeremu wasampotem ho te se Prisia Mini Valley area ho a kra ye friend Pristia so wo kota kwane ne potem a wo behu se omo shaft ana pit bi ho a bebi a omo ye large scale mining bia no na omo bomba ko omo de ma oban no ase a oman no mbrantia ne mbesiwa omo kromo omuntu na omo so emfa mbo omo bra na wo kokho no so a omo de no enye surface mining ne bi rock mining ono no underground omo kwa asase ase na omo akofa abo na bana omo abadru na omo tumi gold afim am say ndra yete say Pristia ne important ade a ndra youth mebu na omo ho omo ye demonstration bia na ano edinye papa na omo asem nyina ne se cooperative mining responsible cooperative mining aba His Excellency John Dramani Mahama esi omunye omo hyase process mo nyina no edidi ho a ema Pristia mmebu no so edidi ho na omo kire se mining company bi ebepie mo ho Heat Gold mining company omo wo omo concession a omo so omo ye underground wo ho na pit ba kwa na shaft ba kwa ye de amomo se mbrantie ne nketesia nananom ahemfo mo Pristia ne potem endidi ho no se sia no se adwumaku ya ba se concession omo sa beje anti omo ka che His Excellency John Dramani Mahama na nhihye de kro bia so se ye bomba akode ma youth omo ho momuram na omo so didi ho no ye ba beji nti yemfentu His Excellency John Dramani Mahama enim yen country ye papa a ohwe lands and natural resources ohwe so ye papa Emmanuel Makofibua omo nyina no omo hwe no omo nka omo asem bi mo omo fi say cooperative mining responsible one omo ye no say siasa mining company person omo sambeji sa pit na say ebon a yesi omunkum na omunkofa rocks na omo so endidi ho no enya de omo de na omo say nsuo omo ndidi ho no omo pese omo je ntema omo tuntosu kokko kire mpanifo okrom ho se asema omo kaaye no omo ndi omo bohye so na say asa hit mining company pese osanje ebon a omo so didi mo no timeji di say ye beto ye mu ye petition mpanifo ate anti anamon 2 bekoso na omdi ye atu ye na mo so baby o se mudidi no watumi edidi na bibia etumi akọ enkai anti mepie mu o Pristia ene nempotem so no na yekwaye nima His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Endra the National Peace Council pay courtesy call or President John Dramani Mahama kusano wo abankesiem Jubilee House na His Excellency John Dramani Mahama the two Peace Council paying for mukosre ni enim se chieftaincy ahensem ethnic ne nsasesema ekoso na yade a akoye burden pa akoye how edema oman ye national security na akoye tipa kesi a edema aban ni ye papa say ye hwe say ye be ma asomdwe etumi aba na Peace Council so abo adwuma aye ma eko constitutional review and also proposals so mo dia ba mo consider by committee no ma hwe no ma bo mo hombodin aye ni nyina ye hwe menkuku ahoro ekoso terror attacks ekoso wo neighboring countries ene meka ho a threat pa maman enti wo hwe aye borders no so ya tighten na yentume masa ankofu mbobonrem emba ha Ghana ya somdi a ye de tena man mu we asema ekoso wa bankesie mo Jubilee House yenkwe na yenkwohwe His Excellency John Dramani Mahama abra National Peace Council pay courtesy call wo no yen konkoti na yen hwense me koso hombra.
Of us are concerned about the proliferation of conflicts across our country. There's a rising intolerance, you find, and it's resulting as a result of disagreements, first and foremost to do with chieftaincy. It is putting a lot of pressure on our security services. A lot of our security services are tied down in conflict areas. I mean, Sampa, we have a whole contingent there. You go to Nkwanta, we have a whole contingent there. You go to Boko, we have a whole contingent there. Recently, Savannah, we had a whole contingent there. We've not withdrawn them yet. And yet there are so many of these, all over the country. It have to do with ethnic disputes, have to do with land disputes. And it's become a major headache for government. And so that's why we need to resource the Peace Council, to be able to carry out its mandate. And they met me 2 weeks ago and gave me a presentation of some of the findings they were going to make. Yeah, quite interesting. I was sworn to silence. And they intend to present the final report on the 22nd of December. And so once the final report is presented, we would make it known to the rest of the nation. And so I should hold my peace. I don't want to be like my daughter, who I reached an agreement with her not to let her mother know something. And then her mother came and we were sitting and she said, Friday said, Daddy, I want to tell mommy. I said, oh, but we agreed that you won't tell mommy. They said, that is not me, it's my mouth. My mouth is saying that I should tell. And so my mouth is telling me to tell, but I'll hold my peace till 22nd. When I receive the report, I'm sure we'll publish it and everybody will get to know. I think they've done a fairly good job. Some of the, amendments seem quite radical, but I do think that the justification behind them would make Ghanaians understand the need for us to do what we have to do. The issue of the Sahel, it continues to be a major problem. Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger. And these are our northern neighbors. And so we need to keep an eye on what happens there. Incidentally, the violent extremism and the jihadists and whatever is happening there is just on the border where we have the difficulty with the Boko affair. And so it makes us vulnerable, when you have a conflict or crisis in an area that is so sensitive, in terms of our security of our national territory. And that is why it is important for us to, try and get a handle on the Boko issue as quickly as possible. I want to express my appreciation to the Otumfuo for the role that he has played. And so we have to be prepared. We haven't had any direct confrontation from any of the violent extremists, but it's not a question of if, it's a question of when, because, we cannot say we are immune to what is happening there. And that's why we need to prepare our security services so that they can defend the country in case of any incursion. And so recently we've started a retooling of the security services. We acquired some armored vehicles for the police. We're doing same for the Air Force.
It is Excellency John Dramani Mahama na Yaten and Kano Ochemo Efano ma ekoswa ha eye aban na eye threat de ma ye national security ono na otrim no ni the National Peace Council members ekosra no ono mo edidi ho komo efane ahemfo ene eye ethnic and eye land dispute eye kokoso na masase ni ene meka ho eye helper ti enhwe se ebeboa na yetu ase oka Sahel eye terror threat no so ebetumi abuera Ghana nti ya tighten your security where your borders in or kakai ye share your neighboring countries baby to say from the north Burkina Faso the Chad the Mali and them account wo share ma ekoso ho a say you tighten your security ma ya somadria yenya dadane yemma sankofu imfa bi emberem no man nkoso yenya yasomdwe oche me wo sampa me ekoso ho eni nkura horo a mentem ho ase ne niam bi kokoso a bibia etumi edadin na bibia etumi akonkan enti we yade a His Excellency John Dramani Mahama abra courtesy caller the National Peace Council company for kwasere no oni omo edi enkomo. Na yet was my presidency communication ebiso efiho aba in the Thursday 11th December 2025 President Mahama request withdrawal of private members a bill seeking to repeal office of the special prosecutor bill. And Metene say His Excellency John Dramani Mahama I requested if he the majority leader any majority chief whip or more parliament so omon train sign the private members bill no omon train and sign act no omon train sign fund the office of the special prosecutor home na president requested we fan support waka as woma ye nyina no yenta na chi na yentume mboa na yen strengthen office no entume engineer printing the office of the special prosecutor na ontume so mboa no ontume fight against corruption anase krata hye ne proye abra oni mpenifo mufi the Peace Council eneda ono omhia no okansa ansemi ebia mo tre say if you say or say the special prosecutor office no omutume dwumadie ne ntɛntɛntɛm nsɛmba ɔmobɔ ɔmo hombɔden edi dwuma ne ntɛm na Ghana fo yetimamfo yenye ɔmo mu didie na bibia etumi akonkan we yade a ehia nti sɛ krata hyehyɛ ne proye no ɔmo takla ɔmo bombɔden no ɔmo nye wenti core mandate nti ayede sa office ne baaye nti we na yesusu say also me nti president akatre the majority leader and the majority chief whip say sa bill no mo ye no mo sign entering sign na yento aso na yenya gidie ma office no omo no so nya ho keka kakra na bibia entumi konkan we ye letter fi the presidency baaye Felix Kwachi Ofosu MP or sounds the spokesperson to the president minister government communication ono na on Sashasia or the buyer and the president can say me ndra I don't know say video no ho na nche betumi esisu bioma say eni wo so a ana say enye radio yebe move on na yakoyenim na yato aso ndra president kasai so wo gidie ewom nti omo no so entumi nye proactive nye adwuma ntententem na yenya omo gidie because they be the assembly baba na yesi ne yehu say no ra court I say Keno for reatensem no say to aso na no kra na ama Ghana fo office of the special prosecutor NTS no because ura Keno for reata wetumi akọ besi de ntumi ne namba na Ghana fo yedi yaw nti waso no owura kisi jaben bohye oni wadwuma efo amwo the office of the special prosecutor bohye says your president ajimatum president say mwana moko video na ready ntie from His Excellency John Dramani Mahama na ni disemo kan na say odigidie awo edema office of the special prosecutor na nso omboboshi no ma yententem na Ghana so yenye omudidi yente sansem nembra.
I don't enjoy prosecuting people, but I mean the people of Ghana will not forgive us if people develop impunity in terms of abusing the trust that people have put in them. And so that's why we're resourcing the Economic and Organized Crime Office and the other anti-corruption institutions, including the Office of the Special Prosecutor, and recently there have been some controversy with the Office of the Special Prosecutor. I think it's premature to call for the closure of that office. The unique thing about that office is it is the only anti-corruption agency that has prosecutorial powers to be able to prosecute themselves without going through the Attorney General. And so people had mistrust with the Attorney General because the Attorney General normally is a member of government and is a minister of state. And so they believe that the Attorney General will be very reluctant to prosecute his own. But if there's an independent office like the Office of the Special Prosecutor, it won't matter who you are because they have security of tenure and they have prosecutorial powers, whether you're a member of government or you're a member of a previous government or you are anybody who has, misappropriated public funds. They have the law is behind them to be able to prosecute you. So I think we should give them a little time. Of course, people want to see, more prosecutions and more results. And so I'll just urge the OSP to speed up, some of these investigations and, show people that the office is still very relevant.
Enti Mr. Kisie Jabin asem na His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Kano so office no betumi irrelevant office no betumi aye adwuma masogana fo ani a munya maden tentem na na mu chi go slow dodo munya ne tentem na Ghana fo enya mugidie bi your president say o mugidie ade ba ko a Ghana fo na ehwe wo His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ben mu ni say the 4 years a otwe say Ghana for say sika MPP aban na pointies esibedi ye no so mutumi kra che wo mo na yetumi gigi say sika ni na ape ye okay because His Excellency John Dramani Mahama no o say ade oye why bebre the first 4 years in Dumedi odi it is so this can mayen ye de bi ye boho school and the tree ye fi ho ye nuanoma enkwala muko school dem a mu school baby omko school enye hospitals ya kwan big pushi na Ghana for kan ya kwan yo eti say yo ye tumi gigija asike ye de ya kwan ye de sisi hospitals ye de ye niema ebetumi ama man no apema kwananima ye ho atoyen nti ade a Ghana for hwe sa de nti na OSP wo so no wadwuma ne se wo kwanti akrata hye no wo be speed up wo be fast track niema na Ghana for hu se o ye adwuma because ade ba ko a ye hwe na e de nya aban no mugidie se obetumi agigi ye sika mai wo so wo di dwuma na ana beto ho ya je obi filling station say de na e de ye no de na ye de ye no kenoforiata onam London abonten so ne bag bonachi one ne yere edi akona bom kwetsa restaurant a se tuo se eyo no mwedi pa no sanko meyale ye wadwuma se yakodua ne ba yankodua ne mra ni ndwuma bi no se de ensa emfa yensa to so that's it because ani amane ka ho bi na mankofo di OSP ho ya ho no titiro ra Kisie Jabin Embrebi ana wotu ankwanoma memre so ana meku se nya ankwanoma biom ya hyase we ya hyase ankwanoma memre so a embrebi ya ka wano tumu ya ka wonsa boso ya ka che se agawo mempese meka ho no aka ho se ade nya ankwanoma biom ya to abai aban foforo so wo mu gidie Sama na wo yenti na ye share MPC ni bi say yan hwe kra na scrap yan yi office ni fi ho eno na Speaker of Parliament right honorable the two guys say share budget allocation a yesika ye de ko OSP office one wo dwe no ha wenti ase why say yan hwe na yan yi sa office ni fi ho His Excellency John Dramani Mahama kasa ye nyina no ye woni mugidi ntwaje madie no o se musumu ye adwuma mungu papa nani mase se me wura Kisie Jabin won sa agena kan so won sa agena aka na se ye be yi we fi ho a na ye de obi fofora wo betumi aye so aye nti munye adwuma no na ye nyina no ye nya mumugidie na magana fo hwehwe no cause office no ba se mo be kwanti akrata hye ne proye but ya na ehu niam bi mo evidence mba bo obi din achi na se afi na ekopa evidence no enya sa na ye hwehwe nti de ete no Yeah, Pema Kwenima, former Vice President, Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia, on also hopeful for a flag bearer the New Patriotic Party NPP. I'll say why expressing a disappointment. Efano Pandai parliamentary issues are APM ho rerun ebekoso. Also a surprise pa wo Pandai sensem no ho say you deny ni MP no enye fair asama court by me fi court by no enya dia court no etumi aboa yi ono no hu ne say atanchia according to Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia no but wohwe ma ya kase collation center ni aha na yenkan na yetumi ifi Pandan batamale de na opese o chese enti ruling ne de aba Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia si ne ninja ho o me yenkotie na asem de tudwa.
Very, very disappointed in what is going on in our country. It looks like our institutions of democracy and our tenets of democracy are being undermined. The issue of Pandai with Matthew Nyindam is not a new issue in our democratic politics. You've had issues with Dana Bodakpi, you've had issues with Teji Kwesen in Asin, and basically you've had the House allow the court and the legal processes to take place and be exhausted before state institutions are stampeded into acting in ways that undermine democracy. Matthew Nyindam should be given his day in court. He has filed appeal processes at the High Court. He has filed for a judicial review at the Supreme Court, and none of those cases has been adjudicated. So why the rush? Why the indecent haste? I think that he's being railroaded. I think that this undermines our institutions of democracy. I think that we should take a halt to these processes and allow him to have his day in court, just as others have done in the past. The House has never really rushed in this way when it came to the other cases. What is the difference with the case of Matthew Nyindam? I think it should not be this case. I think we should uphold the tenets of democracy. Democracy is something precious that we've all had and we've all subscribed to. When you start undermining its pillars, you break it down, and the consequences for the nation are very severe. And so simply because you have power, you shouldn't feel that you can ride roughshod over your opponents and over the principles of democracy. And so I stand with the principles that are being espoused by the minority in Parliament.
Enti Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia wo sama wo kan ya manansesem enti sadie na wo bi dana Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia sansemi bebre si wo man mu aye nyina ye hu bi na nda do be kasa wo disappointed me kwaso wonti bi da na Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia wasama wo kan aye sa nansesem wo pesa wo tese yesisi eye owura na yina di adanse embrem no ewo mu se aha no se ye kan e ban se na mo fa de kwahye ba bi kan we be ka che Pandai for se ye friend sen osimesi na enwi ha Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia atenchia wa breso abra we vice president his excellency wo be kai wo ho a eniama bebre na nkasa na ekọ so na de why disappointed Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia wama hu ayemi hu papa wo esanse mi hu so obekasa na wankasa no wankasa wunim se otibufo wunim se ma wo kan na no ade a wo hu bebre ende de enyeyi anankoyi ama ya no wonya adwene wosa enkomo no hu na yebekọ Pandai ho ana ye ne omo ekodi enkomo nipa ewo ho no ye pese ekoti omo opinion omo adwentre omo ahokeka se nyame ya adoma 30 December eyade a rerun bekoso eyade a by elections bekoso ho ebeto aba ne biom dien no omo kafa ho dien no omo hu efa no sa 30 December no yenkotie kofo omo wo Pandai good people of Pandai omo sema omo de tudwa
being a idea someone started for court and I can see even 3 days and as one group of planners a letter commission for back ever shed date to say young but we are fully prepared until Embra are dating by free and dry a copy 30th May 20 days. And I think say enough as a political party say editing a campaign we need to sit. So it's any problem.
Surprise, I can say surprise there. There is understatement. Sans say near consuming election in Pandai, a state sponsored election. Person Chinchin around Matunian Damsa and this is my friend, sir. So share the procedures in idea. Hey, no surprise. It's answer Dana more declared the seat vacant. And the next 2 days' time, on the electoral commission, as she did say, takes a young trouble. So hey now, hey surprise, this kind of decision is happening to Harbour Matunian Dam at this material moment. Now questions are be someone say Harbour Matunian Dam are there no all different run really on the case and now a previous imra they are really on releasing some kind case. It is the same thing I do really Abu Sakandi Diana and I the same thing I do really on Jachi question Diana.
So about 2 they go to about it. And I'm a vampire into an answer who be a so young quiet to be I don't know a draw. We be on to about power of because they are very Sabasa.
Send the young advantage to say about the top. I say, you and I, it's only my.
Try to my MP, about a banner of work and development. So yes, from me, Homucho, if you don't do any free name to a ban, you MP or wait market up and development.
Manda is not going to be the first or the last ever run a run. Our constituency, and say, fine, we are going to vote. And the Mr. so we are OBP and Uncle Tunaba in peace.
Because we know as the law from above, or when to make us say, to about and then as you do. Until about they will say to Obiana Butanade and Sanko to Utuma MP Opa, that would not say by day, what's a trauma. Why Utuma and the second which who are now I then, no about trauma and no about by day, after that's well.
Metunam we yesika. Why no more that I MPP need this for MPP first time by this first time yes come
Inti adiatelono good people of Pandaina almost so a 30th December abatwa ebekoso no omo eka omo ensem editre no. Now, the Electoral Commission of Ghana make us say declare Pandai constituency currently say omuni a member of parliament biara a Mame Jane a Mensa led commission no announce say rerun bekoso a Tuesday a December 30th 2025 until a contestants and now more contestant 3 candidates no mo be participate wo eye jumedie teacher 3 candidates enim say omoto omoso aba 2024 elections na the same yes so bia nti sankofo no na omoko nti the rerun of a Pandai constituency parliamentary elections Electoral Commission say yen country Ghana fo nyina say ma efita male High Court by ruling Monday 24th of November 2025 no omo dai say rerun in Koso Pandai constituency parliamentary elections within 30 days upon momo so enya letter if he clerk or parliament ho ebaye no in the 9th of December 2025 ono no almost commission na hweso ejina so ede aye adwuma because says ya no vacancy abeda ho as member of parliament ma constituency nti nyame ya adoma yi sene de abetudwa say 30th December 2025 Tuesday ade abato bekoso wo Pandai constituency parliamentary elections nti Ghana fo ina yen shanense womom 3 candidates omugina 2024 the same candidate na na san ejina ne tumi ato omoso aba we Mr. Fred Tete deputy director research monitoring evaluation department ono na nsa she letter we are sent Electoral Commission Canada say nyame ya adoma 30th December ye di bro nya ni wia na ye nyina ye fa ho na yetumi akoye campaign na mo so otumi beginem na odema the good people of Pandine we beginem wo parliament e dia momo na kasa bia so ni a wakasa e dia momo bibia etumi akọ enkan Yakoye nimedia ene minister the lands and natural resources the lands minister and acting environmental minister Ama Kofi Boah Emmanuel addresses 7th section of UN Environment Assembly course one Nairobi, Kenya. Yankwe the Yankutia Sema Honorable Emmanuel Kofi Amaboa Odetudra Abra the 7th section of UN Environment Assembly course will be my show Nairobi, Kenya.
Ghana comes to this assembly with conviction, shaped by science and guided by responsibility. Recent INEP assessments warn that key planetary boundaries have been crossed. For us in Ghana, this reality is not distant. Fishermen watch the sea claim their shores. Farmers face failing rains. Families breathe polluted air. Our response must rest on evidence, innovation, and firm political will. Under President Mohamed's leadership, science now anchors national planning. Ghana is expanding renewable energy, improving efficiency through better data, and strengthening stewardship of our land and water resources. Yesterday, legislative instrument 2462 matured into law. Scientific review and public consent made clear that it could not protect our forests and water bodies. Ghana therefore chose the responsible path. The instrument was withdrawn and repealed. Science spoke, the people spoke, leadership responded. We have designated key forest reserves and as red zones where mining cannot be permitted. Across our landscapes, reclamation programs are restoring degraded soils, rebuilding river banks, and bringing life back to damaged lands. Ghana is strengthening coastal resilience through mangrove and lagoon restoration. We are shaping a fair and responsible model for critical minerals. Yesterday in Accra, Ghana launched a $3.4 billion clean energy investment plan. It expands solar and wind power, builds new mini grids, and brings solar irrigation to farmers. It is a defining step in West Africa's clean energy future and reflects President Mohamed's vision for a resilient, innovative, and inclusive transition. Ghana comes to Nairobi not with a plea, but with a plan. We call on this assembly to match national ambition with global responsibility. We call for climate finance that is accessible, predictable, and fair. We call for strong technological partnership that allows developing nations to act at the speed demanded by science. We call for strong global rules on pollution, especially plastics, chemicals, e-waste, and hazardous waste. We call for fairness in the critical minerals economy. Countries like Ghana must be supported to add value at home while protecting ecosystems and communities. We call for serious investment in resilience from coastal protection to forest conservation. And we call for global compact for implementation where commitments become projects and projects deliver real change. The time for declarations without delivery is over. Let the clarity of our rivers match the clarity of our resolve. Let the green of our forests reflect the prosperity we seek for our people. Ghana has shown that when leadership listens to science, change happens. Let UNIA 7 be remembered not for the words, but for the systems we change. Let us live here with a path to advance together to protect the natural systems that protect all of us. I thank you very much.
Enti Emmanuel Ama Kofi Boah onona oye minister edema lands and natural resource osanso acte minister or acte edema environment omaimo ono na yetene nkano abra weku pimo the 7th section of UN Environment Assembly koso Nairobi Kenya ono na yetene nkano na mamemfa we mfem enche de apomode ho komo edebro na tema development corporation ye kan TDC Ghana Limited yenim se ye ka Ghana's premium real estate development company omobo omo ho bodin pa na se sia de omo se ye mfento Ghana fu nim se sia de omo ura Volta region ho a Volta Regional Capital as part of activities betumi aboabro motumi ekopiem ho no major upcoming mixed use development project because Oxygen City Volta Regional Capital ho now where your landmark project dubbed whole Oxygen City TDC development and where you are there service plot aho ombehwe edi ho dwuma ho modern apartment elegant executive houses a commercial and industrial area and sana a world class golf course no so ade ni na ebepiem ho design promote luxury business growth and sustainable living no so ebekoso dwumedia make us a TDC ekudi wo Volta Regional Capital no na omo proud say omo announce official launch ebekoso no prestigious project ebekoso no perform and also be obeba bekasa wo dwumedi ase His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, the President of the Republic of Ghana ono no obekasa wo dwumedi ase dwumedi bekoso next week Wednesday 17 December 2025 time here 10 a.m. papepe inti mama yenshane so na yentuhana mo Tema Development Corporation I trust you can TDC Ghana Limited says ya de omuko pm Volta region ikodi dwuma yeni mama e Tema na omuko traso ho na Volta Regional Capital who so etumi aye ho Oxygen City TDC development omuko CC ho na ehwa yakobo ho edwa wo Volta Regional Capital na bibie tumi akonkan Mamemfa inchia kese enfema Ezwa ye brother Ezwa make us say also share wo Australia ye ka NDC members omobo omohombodi omo digine power Australia branch Ezwa odima kwetini ye papa Saint Bazooka Ezwa enti ose one na pamfo bi ehyiemu Australia omo hwe Sydney enti Ezwa ye chichi amo papa ose yenchia no one ni oku engineer official town muina no ade mo Australia mo hwe na ose NDC branch Australia so mo badwuma papa into Rezwa say nipa mekana se mo ba platform is bedin koma so hwe nti yemfa nchia kese enkoma oye papa minchia me sofo bompa ma me madin na Reverend Bright Ekombia one asafo mame I'm a friend of prophetess Lorishia mbia asafo mame na ebusuani na mechechi amo so for no that good news chapel ano Betra Assemblies of God wo East Legon Hills enti michia papa michia asafo mame prophetess na michia asore mani na nyame aduma kwesida enim behwe enim na yin na yeshia kama pa yema obibia so official pa baby edri yensembre yebeko Victory Garlic Mixture sedri meshase numbi 2019 and today biano meka Victory ndru na minima meka enoni we share how krana omaye na efe papa na nnom so nya den we yare o Victory Garlic Mixture enona meka for ediamo pebi bobo pebi nonom pebi shoshuru na dro papa obi ho na wakoma bo pe won say how wakoma situ no abnormal unya bia bebo ebusi immune system no kutia yara huru bebre na nkasa ma moje ni tumi circulate ye chese moje ni tumi die fru sane ye anti unya Victory Garlic Mixture bebo oba tumi no bema tumi no me kan for Victory Garlic Mixture ediamo anti adiate no arrange mpom to say Dr. Ketwa
no biaboko
de
okay
bibia de
he said me doc title no and Dr. Makwada Romanti official
dry ye di bro yen
yes
because ye pese ye kono sickness free
for
this festive season
okay
and ye pese mitiye me ya
bunya be na yare backroom there
be Victory Garlic Mixture and one ye di bro yen obi a pebi no na ye dru papa over to you
abusafo neso yawada okropon basa yedam nyame de neso achen woso nkwa da so tia se de meso me nkwa eda so tia sie and ebra so se bedi apomden hu enkomo maka cho se ebibi bedi apomden hu nkomo na betisi ye ka bibia fa ya pomden hu no eya manyi wa fidie ni mfia entwi wani enum TV no nso nkwa so mantie ka kire obi se penentem your TV XY na for fidie no fato na wo so tie ensempai bi ama manka masem yade ye kona wantimi anko bi yade obi si mi wo fidie pade mi wo ka mi wo dan na so ye komintimi nko bi ya pomodin asem ne ye ka edu pomodin a eya man you fidie ni mfiri ha ene obi ta bisa question bebre ko fo bisa said obi won mo se mi ni pressure ni soro mi ni diabetes me funya kese mi menses ebe yie mitimi de yie mitimi didi yie yabe de nya kwase menso manum victory garlic mixture obi wonu mo oti so media o me need diabetes me need pressure adeti necessary menum victory garlic mixture mosafo we ene bese me mam common ekọ mabobo anu na afi maba ma be chonyo ma wudo ni bi ma kan nyina ade ahie ani ebutua ye kro no bese me chise wade baako ade baako ehia panti esese odaseni bia no victory garlic mixture ene se edwumedwumedie baako edi ni se detoxify ni pedua no mame papa onia be ma ye kase detoxification ene se odaseni bia ge wo be nya pa se enka busumi bia be kwa wiye no wo be huru ni pedua ni mu pedua be kwa ni pedua ni mu a ebe sise ni pedua no ebe detoxify ni pedua no se de be ya se emo bia kwa ni pedua ni mu ana efi bia fa aduani mu afa nsumo kwa ni pedua ni mu a ebe bresa fanga na bacteria na se de be ya enya wo ni pedua no sunsunso boni bia obu wo hono mo bacteria be we ni pedua ni mu bacteria ni tsani pedua ni mu cha afa no eko na nimu no ebi na de diabetes ba no ebi na de pressure ba no ebi na kan bia ma eyaro bebre adoso no enu nti yese odaseni bia na ntwen yare ansa wabo ni pedua no ho ba sanse prevention is better than cure edro victory garlic mixture we yadura edwumadi ba ko ne se odaseni bia wudi na ho memframa nko da numu bi na enhu ni pedua num se de be ya adiboni bia faduani mu o sa fa nsum akoni pedua num a ebetimi de yade abetre ni pedua no so no ubetimi abresa bacteria na ho ode no ase na dan koma bia nkofo yade mbe ni pedua no yesi entwema ne nyansa no kase mi hu yanka yede ye beso odaseni bia betre no yesi o diabetes a che nume do de bia yesi bo ho ban ansa na yade no kura ba ebi won ma wudi aduani bi ko ni pedua no ene ya toso die nyina da chemicals ne die ye nua ni nyina na be ka cho se mi hia video bi a obi di edrogu kwadu so se da bi akwadu ba brentem no kokko di minua uni be bi efi na kokko die ni ese wadi awie no esansa wonu victory garlic mixture ntino garlic ne properties ni bi ko ni pedua ni mu a ebe bre bacteria bi ase anase efi bi akoni pedua ni mu ebetimi de yade adro dan kwa mabinu na esini nyina no kwan ma se de be ya wono de bia da na wapomodire apomodire wo hia eche nka na esifi ho no esane se apomodire ni wono mu akaya mi ken ochina obi na etwia ma wo enijima apomodin ehia enijima sraw oba obema o panyinu akoda o misra wada edro we hia panse bunya ya ye ben o to ade akoche obi atapomodin ka ho emmo panyinu bi edi nka esa dwumedie ni bi o si victory garlic mixture for enye mo anka me ma minya diabetes nya ne pressure ka ekuni fi atafa sase so ene ti papa ne se ono onfa ye ndi agrokra busumi bia danifie de victory bu afa wo se mumre me victory garlic mixture 4 boxes medwuma efo nyina ekofie na me mama hamper me de be ka wo mo de akofie se de be ya medwuma efo apomodin ho ntino wonso Christmas we say victory garlic mixture and abetimi atodi aka de bia woto acha obi se de bia wodidie nu na wodwena pomodin ye de say ye ma medi Christmas ni wi na January yare embe duku ni pedua no ye medi wie January be ko na pressure yi enam soro diabetes achilum obi Christmas be na fui ayedo hwe obi Christmas be wie pe na message mayi ye say entwen manenyansa no kase mi hu yanka pedro victory garlic mixture o ma me na wo fie na wodiri ni fie 40 efro kosoro no odwene o ma me ne ho odwene papa ne ho odwene apomodine ho nko ade a pe victory garlic mixture do no ene pai wo no vitamin C wo eboma immune system no eye strong na kwetsia nyare wa wodo anti we do wo no mu a yare akura no yade emmen wo egita magnesium phosphorus potassium eboma moja timi dia fusani wo ni pedua no ene jobi wo mo se mintimi na Onsaka victory garlic mixture ono no mabeda na wada yie da bia na nani so achi no pe victory garlic mixture ebe bom pomodina sipiesita moja ntimi nefu sane ye woni pedwanum enu nti na wonsa ehya na eta ewo no na ye otitiriti wonan mo sa atata wode wonsa se wonan no so otimi usa kotom eye manyi wadwini mfiri so ma me papa me serew stroke yade na ebon kana stroke yade beta ne pedwan so a wanye na Nyankopon mededi wafofia wode ne sana de akowum mesro ma ne nyansa na waka se mehu yanka wonsa na ye otitiriti no wonan na ya na ase etatai no enyi wadwini emfemfiri so mesre wada pe victory garlic mixture bebia to waduro biata wode odu hono mu a ka che o se be victory do ni nie de bia me de che se twefa to phone so na fa che obi no mpe bi no nto emfama wa fu ai kese bebri obi wa obesity cholesterol how fat obi wa na gidi wo fu ai kese bebri mesre fu kese bebri benu tie me enhwemu aba latest kire se enipa wodo na ewo no efi obesity me kire kese bebri kese obi wa kese bebri fu ai kese enne a report aba se obesity ekum enipa yesrew entwem ma ne nyansa pe victory garlic mixture no na wafunu entwem na no ma wokase no entimi ma no ma emfa ma menua ba bi ehweme ma me bi ehweme me sewada o menses emayi o menses na emayi enyi wadwini mfiri so eye moja Nyankopon nyansa ba kwa adwini mu no esese eba abontene eka ni pedwani mu a eno na de fibroid abetena obi so me srew fibroid betra pedwani so a eda ebe operation se kim ni pedwana ho ode nso by 50% umoza ho ode no enti se kane ni biom entwema ne nyansa pomodin de yemfa ni agro mesrew ama man kama semi na yade o menses na mbeyi mesrew pe victory garlic mixture ebe na moja no na etiminya ba yi na fi biata obu wonu mo se ni victory garlic mixture no menses no na mo eba ye no efi di pedwan mu ba no na sese minua ba na nani ayeni jesem na sese wono so edi adanse wonso betimi dibi entwen ma na nyansa obi won mo diabetes or pressure mesrew obi bia wo diabetes tie me se ekonani na ekuro beto onan ho na wanhwe ne yi a yebetimi atwa onan na mbisa question se wangasa onan mi na wangasa koba wa otodi ko na koda sen na wo bedase na obi na ebetete ama obi ko aba na wankoso ama be ne den diabetes mesrew ana pressure unu medompa mesrew na wonom no 10 to 15 minutes time ubetimi anu victory garlic mixture a natural medicine chemical be any way preservative bia dani won ma yede aka ho yede ese ma natural medicine betimi aso apomodeno ase ede ama ene diabetes no ebe ko pressure no obede ho ede afiri se da bia stroke nso ebe ko akiri ede afiri so mo ye gya ho adwuma mo ya tenase adwuma obi won ma sawdust en futuro ko ni pedwanum me sewada obi bia ye gya ho adwuma ma mu ko ene Christmas ibe obetra bonte awia so ton ade saa obefie pe udwane wie di wie pe no one victory garlic mixture we wiaso adwuma we atase adwuma adrabafo no de bia ne ntimu twetwe de bia ne pedwanum ahyehye no inflammation wodia ne se no victory garlic mixture ene pa ewo no ko ni pedwanum pe na afi ya de nyina se wo no ma me ka cho se metimi de mense du ene mene abo masibi na se adansia nkofo die no miankasa victory garlic mixture efi bra ye hya se ye di kaso bom no miankasa me hunu se bia me namu bia da nkofo bo abaso nkofo di adanse ye mesrew fada se de nyina ma Dr. Mwako wono ninim die mu ene na dumu no ro makoma basayela Nyankopon ede sa nim die ede a che Dr. Mwako di aba ye se ya duro no ye mpani ya duro a ye ton wo Ghana ha ye se efia no pakosi anwumre uto ado ni bia de besi bia da fena boy ho amane senchi mu bi wo honom enkomo bi wo ho ye ni ubedi ye de se enya ira kwan kura sente mantem ne ye wo ye se open enkomo bi ye de afre 0242 54 56 33 open chemu bia 0242 54 56 33 and answer 020 129 3280 your number ejuma eyemienu pe osimi ntimi na ye eyedro victory garlic mixture mintimi ndidi ye eye victory garlic mixture we na beboa obu wase mo diabetes mo pressure eninie me fo ekese bebre me menses entimi meye me ni pedwanum ahyehye me mintimu twetweme eye victory garlic mixture edro we na obenu obi wo no mo a wonya chlamydia wonya gonorrhea wonya syphilis mesem wonya infection bia da wo ba wonya white per victory garlic mixture obi wo no mo nya white abrayo bi mi pese me boni din obeye yi asema me ken na onya white okoto adro drugstore na ofrem na me say a Victory garlic mixture faka ho ebra baye no madro ni wieye obi ntu adanse amayarefo na me no ka say wade ne ho ono so di adanse ne de bebire kwa ye kase ye card aje beboy ukwa social media handles nso a na nkanya djuma pa ye bo a na nko be ka kire say ma me 4 boxes fan che medjuma ye 4 say enyam a ka me maame e ka dem eye na pa ne bi ene yenso ye de abo o man konkron Ghana nti misraw bebia to aduro bia wo Ghana ha chemical licensing shop herbal shop bebia to aduro bia do du hono mo a also per Victory garlic mixture misraw okoso mi azo ene aduro bi wane ne yepe osiwe na rerere hwe to ne ye na hwe ahofesuo ni ye pa ya tro newly improved enu ntinu e che ose de bia da no etenda ne ni nuabra nuhini dua hoyi ese ya de dua so e ya duro ene ti fa wonto Victory garlic mixture so se de be ya de biara da obenya apomode mapa Repast Ventures Misty Herbal Qualinac Habe Pharmacy ni nyina benye betina Herbal Center shop bia wa Ghana ha wudi odu wonu ma so pe Victory garlic mixture obedodu etuaton okọ be bia etun aduro na Victory ni wonu ma kache nipa no te wonu say you 21st century Victory garlic mixture ba Ghana ha infishen nu ni akire ni adanse ne de buburuja 0242 54 5633 Freno ni endi nkomo Dr. Makoko Faribai ene wo ebedi nkomo na won so wapomode no SCP na sita ye komese wada bonya ye ebe ukoto ade bia da hwe expiry date mamokoto no ma die no emu anwa o stintimanto so ukoto a check expiry date ansa na wo ade no ade akofi no be Victory garlic mixture e de sinka ye say ye ntra homa January yare enno kro bia wa Ghana ha Christmas we de diseases free Christmas and a di na dini
Papa inti Victory garlic mixture hon komo na ye kwaji baby edri ma yenkwe ne nkaja aboa fon krat won bra ye ba ye to adwumedie no so
Now let me tell you about Safari Valley Eco Resort, the first of its kind in West Africa.
Upon your arrival, you are introduced to a butler who plans your itinerary.
We were surrounded by wildlife from the moment we entered the eco park.
So many activities, all in the same premises. Visit the gym or the stables, they have it all. At my break, I'm able to practice my putting.
We also went fishing on a man-made canal. Our tour guides taught us so much about the wildlife and how to interact with them.
They used only electric vehicles here. This creates a serene environment. I'm told it's over 1,000 acres. My cabin here sits on 2 acres with a large terrace space overlooking my private swimming pool. Now this is royalty. They have their own farms, thousands of fruit trees. I can also have my lunch here at the waterfall. Quite a beautiful place you have here.
Visit Safari Valley Eco Resort in Ghana, bringing you closer to nature.
Hi, I'm pleased to introduce to you Cancer Mixture, a herbal mixture for arthritic pain.
Arthritis, me. Cancer Mixture, no, Cancer Mixture, no, Cancer Mixture.
Yaruba biara na no duro ho. Moriyo ya or arthritis. Cancer mixture obey juma when you put it inside. I'm a face in the gun.
And today bina menu. Onya ma pifu, nya bata na woman one menu fu. First baby am from one sanka. Say nyensu sanu body biara ko hu doctor. And I report to FDA Med Safety App Nodo.
Enkatui FDA App Nodo.
The serene environment fits into the goal of the school, which is simply to provide excellent educational foundation for your world's development before they commence primary education. At first glance, clearly you will see why the school is called Hebron Hills International School, as the building stands tall overlooking town. With a Montessori style, we have experienced and dedicated staff and trained teachers. Our small sizes classrooms are meant to enhance teacher-focused approach where children get one-on-one attention from the teacher. Hello there. We are open at 7:30 a.m. and school closes at 2:30 p.m. After school care is from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. while early drop-off can be arranged at 6 a.m. Hebron Hills International School is located at Midye off the N7 Road. Locate us with GP postcode GW0688 GA West and GPS code 06884870. You can contact the school and make further inquiries on 050-876-2375 or call the office directly on 0302-918768. Email us at hebronhills.school@gmail.com. Hebron Hills International School. Excel and shine.
Na ede na ya obeya oda former son yefunu emunumuni.
Oh Mr. Entry also yare ya titi me ben fie pi nanso ne yam nyono da se me chew no ahodo amato a me hunu hwea ebe ya nwanwa
Menyi ni se what also tamfo Haxa capsules any Haxa mixture yanum bom kotia also no bia ma no anom anka ne ho to no dadaada also dro de eno ne Haxa capsules any Haxa mixture
akom ni nchiremu
also yekura eto yefunu ene ensunumu etima wo yefunu ekeka wa woje wo ho a enyi also etumi ema wo ye cheko ebra wadidi awie so how eye also there compare Haxa capsules any Haxa mixture nanum bom na ho abeto
Predudu etu a ko okanshi drug lane Kumasi Dani Herbal Takradi AA Mensa Anafre 02038228555 Approve about Tanya Wama on more from for any more fra when you feed them you know enka ho Haxa capsules any the mixture
all satan for FDA aje adwade nkratwe yi atom
brebo eye adwumada ebwa eyam aduane ebwa eyi insa free ni peduani na ebwa woni pedua ma etena ho yi nanso woni we say niema a yedi na yenom timi ma brebo ye adwumaden simpote mehunda me brebo ye adwuma pa ebia se mitumi ye bibi me brebo
Ani and wanting about the left hip from the Moses Clinic we have our center about herbal food supplement we see the barberbo ama eye juma yi
na eye juma
fatopa yenu yenu anopa ni enumre na eboa ma barberbo ye juma yi sene be ya ebetimi anyam aduane awodi esisi ni peduane mo eye mo finsi
eno na me barberbo kiapa Ubenya Left Kid or pharmacy, herbal shops, and supermarkets are a bell. So what do those way to up? Fresh 0244 068447. Left Kid, what would bread war? What will you pay? A dream any mapping for a ma emma or man for. Make a for our 1 year in fear to me. FDA GBD Kratui Atum.
Mesamo akwa babiom de TV XYZ so baby a wa wo hwe baby a wa utie power 97.9 FM so me akwa ba e de badwumadi so baby edu yen sembre cry beko na ne Haxa capsules ne make sure for ekodi enkomo semadu ye ba ye honorable Kwachi Aka Peter ya Kwachi Aka former member of parliament ma Amenfi Central ye betenenka sa so na wo Kofi Ebusia Penning ono she member the national communication team edema Endis Amayeku ekuku dami na me no mo bedi dwuma and so ansa na nkomo no bekoso no meyenkwe na ne Haxa funkodi nkomo semadu ye ba ya ekuku dami jinkonya atena so na ye di nkomo
me pato adrono enu nie ba kope adrono enu nie ba kope Haxa mixture ne capsules say medical culture say adra wobɛte sɛ saa aduro no ɛsa yadeɛ baako pɛ te sɛ haksa mesha ne capsules no hwɛ saa aduro no yie yadeɛ baako pɛ ana ɛsa ɛyɛ stomach ulcer yɛfunu mu kuro aduro wei mepaakyɛw yadeɛ bi a ɛyɛ obiara no mepaakyɛw ɛnkɔnkɔtɔ aduro wei na mmom no sɛ wo stomach ulcer dia ene na pe aduro wei atiri kwan na what wei weekends ye twa mu ba ko yi me pacho age wo bi nkwa wo bra okọ because wo yi okọ kwa wo yi a wo ba o se ne yam ene yo kan kware wo so akọ wi bi na wo stomach ulcer won so still akọ wi bi na o sane be po no duru nkọkọ no afedi o te se ne yam na ye de e kanche na yire na ebu fa so yi ne lake o ye ne se no wo bi won kam na okọ na obu we ni mienu ana odi we ni susu mienu eto so afedi yaw na otene ne nyina aye din a kire se bibia no akoye ediaman eni ntime pa cho se wo stomach ulcer nko ade a se doctor diagnose wo catch wo stomach ulcer e bi akọ hospital doctor catch us wo peptic ulcer wonso so de catch us wo gastritis and na say gastric ulcer obi so de catch us so esophageal ulcer me pa cho ni nyina no eye ulcer na kire se doctor no catch no na ka ulcer no so na ye pese e kire se eye kuro ana aba oni padam na kuro no ba bi e beto no eno ne ye fa so ne ye den ya to ne din eni nti etobuyam ba bi a wudidi ekogu na eno ana ye frɛ no eye gastric ulcer na se gastritis ana se eto onsunu nketewa ni mu a ɛhɔ eno ana ye frɛ no duodenal ulcer na emom na eto onsunu nim na eto yefunu mu a na yakabo mu ne afɛ no peptic ulcer na ulcer bi a wonya bi ade ye mepacho anu sibre poma sibre enu nie haksa mr ne capsules aduro wei yade ba ko pɛ na esa yade ba ko pɛ ana esa ntino de wa check here how effective aduro wei bomodni ase obekɔ na wakɔ pɛ bi anonom ama stomach ulcer wo yefunu kuro na wo yefunu emu etutu emu ya oya no me pacho na eno soso no etuo atwa ebia wuti mo radio so ntima memfa number no entudwa na efe se me no kasa sisi yi na enu yenu ni nkomo bia na asasem ya opese wo bisa no ebia opɛ ba bia obenya bia to ebi nso opese wo ye order ebi nso opɛ no dodoɔ mu na atu na yemfa ma na nso so yenu ni hu nkomo eye 0240 23 8310 0240 238310 and 0203 822855 0203 822855 anything part of fra and penny for bejo so baby I will be ano ya be bro haksa mixer na capsule CB no one no now so stomach ulcer yefunu klo stomach ulcer na afriwo so na no bi bisa say na me ye den kranya stomach ulcer ana say me call hospital no yesi manya stomach ulcer na eba ne say na menya stomach ulcer san say me akura no me ntae nye fasting me ankasa akura no me sori anopa menya sori anu madidi awia ne madidi anwumre ne madidi medidi mra no na eba ne say na ekuro ababa beto me yam eye no kure na ye kan say ulcer ba o yam sa na aya na ye pese ye kire say ulcer no ye wonioma bi ekofa ba ana ye di kan ka cho say ye wo causes ana ye wo factors bi a etumedi ulcer na stomach ulcer na se ye funum kuro edeba na causes no eye bacteria infection bi a ye from H pylori emwa no omudin no H pylori na omo ana sebi omunya kwanbo ediwura oyem honom a eno no odin hukosie wa oyem na oto ebe kakra no aye bebre afi no obesore na ono susu ebedidi no na ye wo yefunu ni nkataso no yense no nso se nyankopon abodie mu no ye yefunu ba bi edidi ekogu no bodin nkataso bi akataso se ne ebeya eye aduane no anase stomach acid no enya direct eye contact with the stomach na ekobase emwowei eye den ebo ediwura ye nipadua nim honom a eba ne sa na sa enkataso no eno ana omwe de omko ekodi na edi ekuro na ababa beto honom afenso de toso mienu obu honom a mepacho wa visit washroom no oba sebio ne nse wosen kodi semna ne nsuo ehokoro na kansa na odi bedidi odi edidi no ontumi nya ne sa odi nsuo gu ne nsa so na aye den waye okay na odi akwakoto aduanim eba ne se mo waye obroni from microorganisms ayemfa ya ne hu omo me paucho odi nsa so aduanim atibi ko wa no me paucho aboyi ne bi no aye den anya kwan abo odi awra ni paduanim na H pylori mo wayi me paucho osewu ni paduanim na odi wunya yenhwa ade bi enano yɛsi yɛkɔ market na yɛkɔ akɔtɔ nneɛma kakra na yɛduru hɔ no bantewura bi a waboaboa no wɔ fam na yɛfrɛ no no dimirika bɛsa bante bi gu rɔba mu de ma yɛn ɔsa bante no wie ya pɛ no hu si bofrot wura bi ɛyɛ den etwam ana ɔfrɛ no na ɔsa bante no wie ya na ɔde ne nsa ɛprapra ne ntoma no mu sei bofrot wura no otwam na ɔtɔ bofrot baako ana obu bi na ɔde baako sɛ na num na ɔde de aka no ɛma ne ba nti show ne nsa no wamfa sɛmana ɛne nsuo ahohoro ɛnu nti aboa wɔ yɛ from 8 palori yɛmfa yɛ ne huo mu yi hwɛ ebi akɔ aduane na ɔno di yɛ no de tɔso mienu de ɔde ma ne ba no so na aboa ne bi ayɛ den akom ɛnu nti akɔla ne nyi ba ne nyinaa no yɛse ɔwɔ 8 palori anase wɔnya stomach ulcer maame no so anya stomach ulcer ɛnu nti yɛbɛbɔ mɔden asɛ sɛ yɛbɛdidi anase yɛwɔ market yɛdi dwa kakra na yɛpɛsi yɛdidi a yɛmɔ mɔden asɛ yɛde sɛmuna ɛne nsuo bɛhohoro yɛn nsa na afei ne ayɛ den yɛdidi ama bibia ayɛ fine ɛtɔ de bu wɔn nso so a mɛpatɔ washroom no ebu wɔn no a o flase ɛyɛ wo WC no ebu wɔn mo obu wɔkora brush ɔde brush ne sinimpo no obu wɔn a ne ekita no na o flase no nso no etimi ebu wɔn mo a nsuo no timi yɛ den exploit anase nsuo no timi bɔba soro ɛma wɔn nso yɛ na okita brush no kora na nsuo no betimi aka o mfa wɔ ne hu no ɛba ne sa na ɛmo wɔ yi bi anya kwan aka brush na no odi wura wɔ no mu a no wɔnya kwan wabɔ ɛde awura mu nti ɛmɔmɔden asɛ yɛbɛhwɛ ɛno nso so yie ɛwɔ ahonidie ho ana yɛ na yɛtae foro trɔ bus paa no anase cars akɛseɛ no opu ono mu ame say onipa wote ne nkyɛn no sabio owo H pylori mo bi ewo ni mu sei na afei no car ne kono bo no sɛ wotimi abɔwa dendenden wo sinizi denden anaso wa ye bibi a ɛde mframa anaso sabio nsuo bi be free ni nipadua no ma ba bonten ɛba ne sa na wo wote ne nkyɛn na wa hata wa no anaso unse no smas anaso ɔno ankasa no ɔyɛ ade no wa hata na no ɛbɔ wona free ni mu no ba bonten no wo nso so utimi huwa bi ema na yɛ den ɛbɔkɔ mu na H pylori mo bi ɛno so abɔ adi awura mu nti bɔmɔden ane sɛ ukɔtena car mu a bɔmɔden ase nose mask plan a bɛsa fine o so obi nso so sinezi basabasa bɔmɔden aso bɛkata wa no na ɛno nso so no akɔ yie ɛde amount na tesa me pacho emma eye H pylori anase ma wo ulcer no ano ye din kase pa no ebi ye stress no me pacho obu ono a wasori anopa yi kosi anwumre yi obe stress no obe wo bre no ho saa de ton ene wo kpo ha ofa ha osia okwa kakra ye bedie nti ne ba ne saa no so a me pacho stress no ye wo hormones bi a wo stress no anase emra wo ko ofa ha sia fa ha no hormones no release e friend cortisol na saa cortisol release a eno aboa ama eye gastric acid ne wo ni padua no ma wo didi a ekogu yam na acid na ba begu ni padua eye aduane no so na adigest ama aduane ni mu ne pa awura ni padua ni mu no ema sa acid ni ebeye bebre etinse ne odoma nkoma nyankopon aye den abo ede ama osenka emla medi dwuma no enu nti eba ne sa na obehe na eye jefunu ni nkataso na eye stomach line no obonse tete no na edikuro ababa bede ababa betum enu nti me pacho ye momode ase se ye stress ye ho bebra ye momode ase betimi aye den adi ya home na ne nyina ti no se wanya stomach ulcer dia me pacho eye hexamycin ne capsules Hexamycin and the capsules adura esayade ba ko page number ni bio na efresi na yentoa so 0240 23 8310 0240 238310 and 0203 822855 enti me pacho obu won ma obebisa se na symptoms ben sanse me nyanko hospital na de eye me de ase me tinka se stomach ulcer ibi na boboba nti symptoms ben na me hu na me kase we de eye bia me pacho eni etie stomach ulcer ne symptoms no gu ahodo bebre na me pacho ne ubetimi ahunu ewo ni padua mu a ubetimi akase eye ulcer no ebi indigestion obu won mu a odidi wie se ya aduane no esese ne bo aduane no aduane no ohunu ne hunam nyina azira no aduane no bo okro timi kese aduane na seseme kon ho aduane no aduane no ntimi ndaje sase na fura yekutu ohunu ne onya ne ho ne hu zira no agese bio aduane na firi nimu ababonten eno na obi jiga pe no de nsa wei awo ne minimu anu afi aduane no nyina e de aba abonten me pacho wafi aduane na aba abonten no hunu ne sanka aduane no mu ne pa no kosisew ama nanse wo beye fe wo oba wo bema wo na mo beka as say why you fine udidi kama na so aduane na aba abonten no say emu nipa no ebede na akwa kwose enu nti no besore no na fonwa na wo fon wo so tia na eti ya na wo ye mreme paucho kona kope haksa mesa ene ne capsules enu na wa hwani ya no bi de yare bone kwa kwose obi say na sister yi de brother yi de se na wo fon de ade wonya nkrofo ya de bia na me paucho meye nka asemwe ento so wadro haksa mesa ne capsules adura esayade ba ko pe stomach ulcer me pacho wonso so obu hono a wose na koma etimi bone prim esansa ne bua no hanum se ne me pacho etimi ye ne ya na aso na koma na ma ne su nyina ebrim no na ne su chai no na tiri dompe emutimi tutu ne ya ne ya sebe o nante no de ne nan si fom kra na me pacho ne nan no de si fom no o ti ya ewo na chi eni ne mu obu a o kasampa kasa na eba no o ti ya wo ne mu eni na chi me pacho stomach ulcer de betimi aya no anu odene papa ye kona kope haksa mesa ne capsules bi na wanonom na eno so no bebia etu etwa says stomach ulcer ama sebio enkamba wanum ne symptoms no baako ebi nso no says stomach ulcer ama enkamba wanum esanse eyekuro ana ebo oyam honum nti ekuro na wo kasa na mframa efa so ba bonten no obehwe na sebio enka ewo wanum a ko na kope haksa mesa ne capsules na enonom esane se wo ulcer na chewo hunti no ama sebio sese no obu won ma ofikura na moja eden ewom obu won so jane nan pa na moja ewom eba ne sa na moja na wo ni padua nim nyina na esa no ntebe kakra no obroni se body eba be pale benya pale skin uni padua ne be hoya be white no boni asi ye fikura ye hunu moja ba kokura ho eba ne sa na me pa cho se no so se o keka ko ba bia me mpese me bodini mesre kona kope haksa mesa ene ne capsules bi no wanonom na bibia ayeden akoyie se osa ama wani so ebrem wani so aye busi a o twa de unhu ni ya kona kope haksa mesa ene ne capsules bi na ayeden no wanonom na me pacho potential complication bi a me pacho anu ode a obetimi anya bi ni se eye de obroni efre no perforation a eno ana ebasa na me pacho ema wonsu no ntokro ebe dedemu a sebio obekọ hospital no na doctor ekotwitwa ba bia ntokro no atutuatua ewo wonsu no nimu no na afi obekeka kikasi ani mesrew enkonkoduru ho ansa no wakope haksamisa na capsules yi bi anonom se wonsu so osa amye de wako hospital amya kwayo endoscopy yede watna yede wada table so anase empaso apagya uti yakowiem amya de pipe bia wura omunimu a me pacho ni nyina no etu atwa kope haksamesa ene ne capsules yi bi no anonom te number ni bio na yemfawo ensia number no eye 0240 23 8310 0240 238310 and 0203 822855 0203 822855 intimicas haksa mesa na capsules a no white me so osa town for
Mesamo akwa babiom de ba TVXYZ so baby a wa wo hwe bibia wa wo tie power 97.9 FM dem MD kanka no embredre kuko damaji nkonya atena so ayepa yepedi enkomo ye honorable Peter Yakwachi aka waha former member of parliament de Amenfi Central saso na ewo Kofi Ebusia Penny ono so member de ma NDC National Communication Team ekuku damina meni omu ebedi juma ewie nti bebi owo bia no memo bibia akwaba oni entena na ensem bebre na na ekuba maso a yeba na yebedi eho enkomo nti dietene no na ensem ekuba maso a yebedi ho enkomo ye scrapping of the OSP the office na eba no good and bad yebeka ho asem pandai rerun any minority more reactions yɛbɛdi ho nkɔmmɔ papaapa na meka wo sɛ above 4:30 nti sɛ wohwɛ me a above 4:30 nti sɛ wohwɛ me a mepaakyɛw bebree mu a mofi nkran na mokɔ ɛyɛ Madina adenta no bases na hyase enam kwan no so anti mepaakyɛw mo a mofi ɛyɛ nkran ɛkɔ Madina adenta no bases no enam kwan no so obetumi afa bi ɛyɛ 5 Ghana cedis mo so a mofi ɛyɛ Accra mokɔ Achimota mofi Accra mokɔ Amasaman no so bases mwotwe na ɛwɔ kwan no so a ɛfa nipa 5 Ghana cedis wobetumi afa bi ebi so fi cycle ɛkɔ ɛyɛ kasoa ne important ni na so yɛ 5 Ghana cedis saa so na bi mo mofi nkran na mo befa osu ɛkɔfa ɛyɛ Teshi mo befa Labadi Teshi ɛyɛ Nungwa akɔfa ɛyɛ Beach Road Sakumono mofa community one ya the Beach Road ko Tema no so basis dam kwan no so a ɛfa nkɔfo 5 Ghana cedis 5 Ghana cedis nti me pacho bebre we ya de aba e de ama ye nyina nti abo 4:30 de ye adwuma 4:30 na abo ha ye adwuma nti obi abetumi akɔ na wafa bus ne bi ekoduru fi asomdwem sa bus si ye adwuma free 4:30 akosi 8:30 p.m. 4:30 p.m. kosi 8:30 p.m. na bases no ɛyɛ adwuma nti mo ma yɛnyɛ ne saa na bibia entumi enko enkan saa nti mamema mekukudam akwaba abra ɔma ayɛ ready ono ba akwaba
ya be de
bibia bɔkɔ de
nyamena dom
yo yɛ de nyame ase yɛhia ya ache
akra
yɛ de nyame ase pa bibia ofie
bɔkɔ me chia me fi central fonso enye wahwefo nyina ebi efi boko emse be ba ha eko ne ya bisi kakra ense eko other platforms
me ho say
yes
eko platforms
yeah they che kura mako two dada it is the third one
the third one na wo
third one
adwuma pa
yeah egusu kakra kakra enso de ebitumi aye ade
abo party
and ye ma akoyi amaye nti ebi aye fine
ko bia busi apeni akwaba bibi aboko de yo yada nyame ase papa de bia na yeton sefre mu a mo manti na mo de ani die ma sa platform na mo ba na yitidi enkomo se ye sha so dia na ye ko ye OSP say e baaye na bi mo OSP en strap ye nyimfi ho ne meka ho His Excellency John Dramani Mahama make us say or de nana to me be or say office na de ye mo kwan no mo nya adwuma but almost no say omo fast track ne ma ne ade ono no on so say corruption so ne ade but ye de omo esi wo say mo bra na mo ba kuntia corruption but to say bi wo hweke no furi atansensem ya hawa na ekono ama na ankofu bebre na nkasa nya OSP no mugidie make us say crown wa country majority leader any majority chief whip say omo withdraw the private members bill no fa no OSP office no ho honorable yenti we take care or asasemi
yo asame chase no mame inchia panyin bia o ye dwuma dindin wo ensa wom aduagiri owura Fami Salom oye MC wo Samuel Aduagiri NDC MC dwuma kesia odi no ho no o se bona baso na won koso ano nya dwumadin ma party ne nyam no nso edimiam binka no enti owura Salom me chao ewie na yese panyin kasa na nsu asa o share president mama kaya na ye fetchire ne ka bibia na nyi ano pai me call Joy Prime ene atinka no na sa statement ne ma out and I had my position say o president wa kire na adwen onye ni po dictator enti say ayarega any dafia mapo majority whip any leader of the house almost actually say on person omde a draft for private members bill ediko near scrap wa na kamedi me omo ya adwen tina mafo kaso president and the sancrofu no omo ye at variance just omo achiche na me ka say no president Chiranadwin and the Indian Chiranadwin because you were separation of powers.
Yes.
Executive in a legislature. Wait to hear a Juma, now we saw in a Juma. Itinanka, a Srebi, and they said, President Enyakano, now there you do so. Now, maybe a personal is a mra, yes, I'm a crowd parliament. No, now, you know, Binum and Yaji. The day so where the big trap corruption near the so. But I'm your opinion so Nadia best be it sounds a Ghana free and outside your Makosio. Yes, you were Yoku, you were NIB, National Investigation Bureau, you were CID, you were Shraj. Maybe now how more a yes I do me. I didn't tell me to be a human. We've been trying only a human any either say only near resources, either say Nipana Casa or Omasu corrupt into a blind man leading a blind man. You all fall into a pit. And Tina Kamadri say, and Casa a duplication of factors in Ka young fair na and Ka you bet you cry and one body can see Naka or any resources non vanyo majumano. And she passes our Billy. Nanado, one of his campaign promises. Our the Bantina for hope pa, and so many many hope. By 7 or 8 years down the line, you say you are down in Thomas's no, you are vindicated. It's not say, and more Martinami du Cohono. Now, Ubiad him say, Obayaduma, and pass what shall say. Now, president who say, hey, I go on ready. Now what then I will for the serious because no man is on the sick I be try which would have been the right thing to do. Now president who said president Nadu who said ya shall queer over ya having the one of the man couldn't survive and or resign.
Just say which was orchestrated a timpane ten and I don't wait your money say on one neighbor to abet on one NDC phone exactly. Into a buy no who say, oh, I quit the Anthony or better than your boy and now over you. Let's just say, I didn't government and a duaba. I so home independent. I government a duaba. And the government didn't buy now or share your human onion to set your pen. One on Castritiana or free so a coy. And now Omako Foul Bia, finish a bed dance to their tune. A year, a Jabixia Jabi, I'm going to buy. A while be Bia a daddy. For 7 years or so, what has been achieved? Nothing. Every time stories near the idea. If you say governing power for 7 years, when me and Chiako Babaku. Incidentally, Emra, you communication. Every week there was a scandal. Bust oil, cash for seats. Previous fuel and PDC and PDS and somebody every week because of bar mean to me and so when to me I'm for who cry and prosecuting you who say I agree and you all felt say are you useless to say you're not can say am added to anything you prove that right eti nanka scrapuna nanke ye the argument because of these things no that's the president Mama Kasa on my reasons say one kwani organization omo fight corruption omo yet say independent omo a tenure of office within that period no ede otena ho so ene de abedi wotum kura yi no nti aban ba obeyi no so ohwe na wo botia na obeyi my president can say as me feel so say omo ko na war prosecutorial powers I say omo no betumi achieve pa edina court direct other bodies no say yoku CID ni ade no omo say yi no and say nka omo de no eye omo wa hodin kese anka omo betumi de ayo adwuma nti na president mama ka say yemo modin na yemo time ni enhwe no mfa nyo adwuma na omo so otu omo say omo so hwe na Ghana for say the yelusu hope wo mu no Ghana for ani na ehu so mo adwuma de a obi apese corruption de tuase e wo mani mu eno na ma Africa ana Ghana ma yen koso corruption e bia corruption nti eno na ma yen koso ti mama say ye mo time na omo so no onhwe otu mo monefo na otu no otu ekura foro na otu mo monefo nti otwa ha ayeso mo ko say etu bia na nipa na olidi no ena ombo no modin
nti am yebetuma sesa no
kisi
jabe no yebetuma sesa no ni ahwe se di pafufro ba ho a odi betumi aye se obeye adwuma no because hwe se what now for 7 years ama ban fees no fi ansa na akochichi o mkrofo fi ansa na kenofo ya ta no bia nim se enema wo ye nye obia to was open on party for na kasa who say the oil ogu on party no why didn't you do something at that time out try am we ansana okwakofa no they say you under government influence influencer just am aban wo honde also bia mu anyi onwa na ani je say all the president ma emra ohia this Christian council obo omo amane say corruption na ekoso ne why say oduma ban no de every week oni omo hia oni cabinet hia o ka cho say obia hwe yi na wa amfane sa akoka bibi esa se so de sa ka bibi a ye ntwe ma ban fi so ansana ya prosecute while you are in power no obo say be prosecute you tumi ya sadia ene bia ni ma be relevant because every time you twanya na say abari fi na fe ne yakwachi for na say which hunting he said it na say ya ban so and they say Kenoforiata Oko touch na the people are defending him. Now no otiso no man say odi boni. That time as your soul man kon one party for nkura fa be say ampo ye boni. Share mami na dollar briefcase
Cecilia
the na suitcase the suitcase of dollars pass
yeah
ko si say ya didn't call to say special prosecutor this can on one of the anti-infradia man. Was there any proof? Says can you was there any proof? Abuchi usika o bank kura na o ya ye be from says ka unya no he. Yes,
even need to make question.
Yes, so o transfer ska account mu the coin bia you three question say sika more than a one time me a daughter call a banker yakoyi MC koyiska $10,000 minya she said bray no you do fa $10,000 no na we ska we free and I said na hey she said one scan a good bank in pool on you are being questioned say scan free odi koyi den because cash and oji they don't do that. How much more say ha? Scan you bank a champagne and a fast na okoye business will be chance cash na and I say we a good banker okowo draw be go. All these are questions and get the bisa. They say yes or no sika how did you can you buy that money? And actually that amount of money $1 million no and just pass through the system. Obi try business bia the money has to pass through the bank and once you see can so okoyi bank so e dey record so you see can na dia wo show wa na ni wa ba fie na $2 million e she be fie you should be questioned and some you mean atwam koya special prosecutor o dwuma anya ho we enti eno na yemu bi na ye support say nke yentwam na other organizations na e wo ho no you strengthen wo na komo nya dwuma na president kasa mun mfa de no ono timani na so ni onim enyewe bia e koso ayen yenyim you can say it's yenyintum na ebia na opese I na so be change head no and now be complete shake up wo ho ama ndema akoso ye dia ma yenya de ahwa ne say ye money corruption no e be boade na etuma ye clean other countries how many hwe like Singapore no nya de na Switzerland how many hwe no resource nothing but you have been able to go somewhere. Singapore the richest countries in the world, the fourth, a small island. They import water, they don't have any resource, there's no land for agriculture, nothing, and yet they have managed almost their meritocracy. I'm saying you're more posa if you ubia a fatano so but the amount corruption almost zero corruption. Yes, President Lee Kuan Yew, first president Obama, na or starting say or Mobile say is in for business. The minister to quite no first class. Because of that, he was imprisoned. Yes, business class no he was imprisoned. Until ma a who told me no the chassis into all there's no corruption. Oma Yama is in the 4th richest country in the world. Wabra omni bibia. We say it me a fast akwan so na say corruption no. It me mani kofem kura ebe ediama. You say no obi anya sika we don't ask. You say glorify sika. Yes, a glorify sika maybe parliament onyani the ban say ya tutu sika egu. Ene dia bakura say wo hwe party ase ne sika ni atugu. Yeah, politics a campaign na a big na card no to skegu. We don't even question. Say dear human way. Say sika unyane no to skegu. We glorify. Inte be akra wan hwe parliament hono. E be ye so to say your kromfo o ye drug dealer o akọ school unko school. We to echicheska na okotena ho. Na na manya pese ekoyi na enkoyi. These are the things say yantima for so we encourage corruption. Yes, because you misses Sikana Nipan aging Unyaro he. Dear business way, a legitimate na you missa. Dear young about near be so scan when you be the amount. Let's say you are the best. Yes, son, you may not corruption and coffin. Corruption from Obia Humbatono. And Ranty Pegumania, dear human babu. Because investor be a banofia corruption index no country a very higher. And Nadia Obaba. Yes, on attractive investors. And I am just here yet be. Now she jais had your benina, a money badger, my industries about a human be about. Obia with a guma, not a mortgage, a dying, or corporate dying. And once or you do wakoji, you don't use cash to pay for the house. O car, open beyond the open Mercedes Benz, now wakoji. Now team uchi crack. I did be a person on Sakabia on Sabeka. It is why I say they are quite corrupt. And that's why corruption is minimal in those countries. Now, Hano, Ubesidia, Chawa Pusika, now, what could you die? And the other for crimes now, Ukobia, or the sea dying, or cement, now Tassasi, now you know how car. Ukoto kala chilo tuwesikan wo suitcase mu na rekusi ona aja koto kala enti say ye mani ye na ye ma ya bi say corruption wo car obetuma kwaji car no atrem 10 years no de atua you don't care you as we wuko yes a dan ukoji 25 years ebi 50 wo de atua wo ntumi ntua nwe uko a uko ebe ma foto bebre aba enti corruption e die president ye hwe no ana onim waka em panifu waka no ye di waka mu na say either so be changes ho na tax or dia share wo no omutima hwe so ayadwuma ni yi na corruption so ate na mani obia so ho ato no na mrantie ni ade high adwuma ni ho bibia ni ho ni yi hadwen na musu nyina so ho ato na man atu mpon wo ni
ma na honorable Peter Yankwachi aka menda na sibebre ni submission or dia bre men kokofie ebusia penny wo obi yentiwe
kini komida se na minchia honorable na minchia one production team efe woni me say efidie wura kofare bai honorable Julius Debra yes yentube ma yenchia no
dachi
yes edwuma power bobo John Mama NDC echita fonyina kiniko well brother David Dakuji Eastern Regional
David
yes and papai I say krunuma idin kakra but people don't know that the man is working Colonel Yabua 9 months yes, I tell you 9 months commander na say operations be a 1 year for form no say MPP funu ko jina baby and this government doesn't have the zeal, doesn't have the will to but the man, the commander of 9 months Colonel Yabua me bo abaso say we sinkete ko na nua na ko ba say nkrofu bi kura ko nearly lynch you and your men deliberately they wanted to do that but in Yamia obo omo no do mu fi mu no omo nkoswa nya adwuma no ene na hia honorable mom region ho no emse wakochechire nkrofu bi na nse ya ho yes yes and then 3 days here or 2 days here yes 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 we are doing that wakochiro mu nyina yes say o kan wasem wakokan ya bu ade ne me na koye adwuma pa so ye bebu abaso and na o ma ba be for Eastern region Central region say they are working. And I think mwabi say abane the town machino any ahemfo wo mo a na won tu galamsey no illegal mining no ase
agbesi se be fia so tiamo
agbesi
honorable ne otiamo papa
agbesi me nso me chiao agbesi me chiao official pa agbesi se be fia
so hwe
ono no ka se bi o say your opposition and you the good sponsors of the party and your power any the party the opposition na who won and during the opposition time the way agbesi se be fia so the grassroots ono no your penny we ekito agbesi doesn't care make sure say obetumi aben we bisa oni ma kro eboa ebeboa wa adwuma no because agbesi and I am small scale miners association secretary yeah Godwin or your board or board members no they don't say Kimiko you see OSP Senior president and wakasa and you made statement that me you know ama mean say ma me wo no nyina no ma aso swallow the when you say since 2018 2018 ebesine the government of Ghana has spent not less than 1 billion Ghana cedis.
OSP office
yes. Result to be na yenya result to be not less than 1 billion Ghana cedis. No, 1 billion Ghana cedis bet me I.
And you
1 billion Ghana cedis. And President Mahama person expressway Fia Kukumasi. MPP Franka Sakura Ebugu. And you see the motive now what the two OSP office of the special prosecutor no. Motive ni yadepa. Say ya the papa inka Speaker of Parliament, and at that time name so honorable of Parliament. The former Speaker of Parliament, Kasa, about 2 weeks ago, want to be out to make us a OSP office in the year scrap. Also supervising you, Michael Kwe, Professor, and not Professor Michael Kwe say OSP office in Infasubi so because Ghana Boka. And don't forget to say, Obi to say honorable, right honorable Abang Sumana Kingsford Bargain, or proceed at that time. And a nay on also Sandy so. So who the use of that office and a Ghana to Sikagu, yet to Sikagu, OSP. Et to me ya monaman bulletproof car. Inti Yoko boss no or bulletproof car na. CID boss or bulletproof car. Obana mu friend say mami den na me ya wakoyo operations bi wo omo illegal money foreign currency omo change wo kuromo no dollar omo change wo airport black market for no that's the name and America ono so use bulletproof car na IGP use bulletproof car na nje den na OSP kuma en wona man bulletproof car if you do me say we no wini eda OSP office no esu jai mfaso magana no eda ye say esu ni mfaso e magana no e da ono ankasa beginai na obi na ano ka kire Ghana for say why ankonoma that was the day you must have office no mfaso bi ni so because your duty and your mandate no so we investigate corruption and corruption related issues. Inti bibia what to say corruption we no e was said na we are what prosecute no what is kana magana inti OSP enipa ayi na papa yi betina ase go to be a prosecute one and honorable kan yes Cecilia dapa okoji sika no time ese so de kokoto no oni mumrew obi obeka say akisia jabi ni mre bi oboa o time ya o twem ya mamra no time no elapse anfa the court and the court bogi me bo am ka jeme court ka jeme so do kwa so keep his scan o true in seven baby o de be ko bia no wi anu aba be ka kire court no say onu frustrate no also frustrate no upon all these things in chino ewi chino woni mi oye odi maame ni sika ma no tisili adapa o return sika no emra ye chiri na ye push ni na ye say on for money laundry na on ankasa say wako American FBI sambaka ya we say wako FBI collaborate na nkrofo bi wo even ma minnia no kro koya adanse kuru say eye minnia sika ni ade no ba bi no so no send sika no ema ko report to class we investigate lady no ewi achi dey asem na beka chain I say only mandate so to investigate money laundering. That's what he told us. Edu kano for your touch no OSP dibirikano wa go fast ni cha and ne kano for your touch charges or board no. We didn't say you need fly. Money laundering fly. Charges no dia kano for your touch money laundering fly. Efrem is part of it.
Okay.
But you the same person nankasa kachire and say Edu Sicilia da pass no. Who say you don't have the mandate. It's we say ni Ghana for show. Eka ye bo hunu emfaso wo so na dai.
Enye ka keto.
Na ne eye wo mu say OSP otamu juicy cases no. Ne eye kimpis one people mo na no tackle. No de nsa akoka. Why no so ofiam.
Ofiam ya abo bia.
Ye akura ba ko na no fiafia no.
Ah ye friend okura fin.
Yeah.
And yes.
Ne ho bomba.
Okura fin.
Na no fiano no ho bo wotwema wote senti no.
Your friend okura fin no ho no kura tutu.
Yes, when say ordinary kan bibia wo fia abo bia mfada no kan biem.
Na dangerous papa. Almost risk no.
Yes. Onu no so ban na you for your movement say kisi jabe. Afa no
okura fin.
Cases a who say rich you bet me prosecute me pana ye clear no de nsa akoka. It's attorney general to be combium. No she no. No say no fin we jawo bo bura. We now can kika ko story say we wanted. No we can for you wanted. Na me de ne ba na say e fe de obi aye gire ye hwaw. Ye wi achi a wasa redos ha we ni say onye we yi na fi red alert no so. The same person. It's who you say, I be there in Ghana for and can't you say, we should name for so. Office of Lord Scrabble. And then Honorable Dafiamepo, Chief Whip, and then the leader of parliament, majority leader, or one leader of government business. Honorable Cesar, yes, leader of government business. Ayaraga, Honorable. Omusumu said, no, you're private member bill. You found Connie Scrabble at the few. And Obenya vote, Obenya support. Obe winning easily, Obenya support because some of the MPP guys, you know, they don't even want that office to continue. They don't want that office to continue. No more, President Asema Council, move on the Peace Council, no. President Council say, and you fair. So be prosecuting Krofu. Na mobile di boni biade e so wotwe so.
Sanity.
Eni nti onu kasa shene Krofu e support na chidifo na apprentice say obi a make sure so onye boni. Because example wo kwa ye be hu bebre Abuga Pele Vicky Hama. Eni omo na national service. Our comma be na 2 billion Ghana cedis at that time bribe. So abane kawo. Also mean yes sir. No afutu odi ma OSP ni say tie. Also I will urge the OSP to speed up its investigations and prosecution so that Ghanaians will believe the office.
Ghana for being didi. Office.
President Asemokani. Also say there it's too early. Say you bet me aka say you scrabble that office. Into two me am a boss. For the scratch of Osu, government spokesperson and the minister of movement say Odiaba. Yes,
government communication.
Yes, Odiaba Betuga. The president I can't say kura ye woman. Honorable Dafiamepo any ayarga. And I'm on to your person what the scrabble that office in one train say. Na ye man and Mary, unim ye shukura can't say me. Also, then she have no koba say ogufu bi kogu eduaba kogu eburo mfa so dua eburo na wo kwa no no bi nsu akwa kodua me ayi bi foforo ayda afra na wo twitwa saa dada ne mfimu ana o se da bi ye ma ni nyina anya da emmomunyi na du otwabere na ye behu papa ani ye behu body so say ame adom the president no amano another opportunity OSP to prove himself. So onye adwuma mobi, he is not trying to shield anybody. Because to me that office the buy no me indifferent. I don't care.
Okay.
Because me say me because motive na what the two office ni say nanka won fan prosecute John Mahama. And this for the whole motive was to prosecute John Mahama. And into that Matina me Dubai bekai wanka. Matina me Dubai ebe plane say they were pushing him so investigating Mahama Airbus. And no man na Akufo-Addo hwekutu onya no ho etumi tu mirika ko ka kire dade sense hutum hutu nyantem ko ka kire dade sense de hutum na Akufo-Addo utumi sore nante ko OSP office ko ka kire say prosecute go and investigate John Mahama, go investigate him and prosecute him concerning the Airbus. And a matina me do say or course ba from ko hwehwe mu anu na bibi adim ojai o wie no we ba o do so de betu nanim so be ka ye ba betu abado and a kisi yaben ankasa de betu say Mahama is squeaky clean. Trasa abroad ma so shinim and a ma de ball also it target ben kasa what to that office no and your papa it you usefulness it your president akasa otuon ko twere be bi etwere now we have executive president yen president no nye dictator na mu appeal to nkofo a one side e parliament say yen twa so na yen hwe ni man kwai ni hwede obeye so OSP wo adepa eni adepa wo mu a mire de ye nimu yi obetu anamo ama ye hu no wontu anamo no dia eni obi ne kumatwi medase
beda Kofi Ebusia pani ase papa wo no so mission odi ama ye fa no OSP insensem no mami sanko no bo Peter ya kwachi aka ho na yenhwe rerun ebekoso wo Pandai insensem no honorable
Yobidasi na answer me come asem no me ebo assembly so be constituency ho yakwa chinkrofo bi yes
ebo constituency ho Abenfi Central Abenfi also the nyame ehira mu
say ya chinkrofo bi
o say good pa
me nya ho yi but mo ye centrofo yi mo fa nye target na mo hwehwem sa chinkrofo bi pictures in our ha or mati some your constituency tax force also because me not complains that say or mati tax force bia one kasa penny bi shechiri I would call galam say force ko jiska that has been there for long every time complains I'm saying me okay we be me na if there's no proof nadia na where the say authority akwachi won na pictures wa ha I want to
identify them.
You identify being no penifo bin nam. Yes, if you say penifo na shechiri.
Okay.
I'm a smart task force. I'm close to you.
Hey.
At you, I'm the cogal say for no kodi muska. Yom ya command penifo binum. My own Archis Kennedy. Yes, into we will pursue this case. Because that's the reason why the say tax force nankasa fairly because President Mahama said there's so many duplication as you way police tax force military tax force way in the federal or ya wakan na abo the joint nefe move now did the action on the tax force so constituency tax force
so local
tax force one not there audinam odibopo these are the things into shom na omo offending no yen sheda improsecute mbra enyo mudi improsecute na say omokwa na penifo so chechire no they should be exposed yes penifo na chechire no any because when you konyo ma na eko omo say tax force yati bi na ati awri giska enti asemsebe ye de ni bedi akire ya hwede ye bekisi mayen kogisika wakire na yenye asemtroka na uka say pandan case no yes pandan case no because ya kan ho asem dada say case no yenu ati say yenu me kan say aden nanka yenko ye election wo only the 140 42 ana I'm saying ke kwa 41 areas no yenko ye ni ho a constitution
that's what Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia kasa so disappointed
onu dia why
can na mbomo no
no say pink sheets no they were fault with them and about 41 police stations it's true say na ayeyi na at the same time no charges be say biometric devices the other two abaya the NCC so fa so na aye ye film and a ballot person so fa so ya say no in terms of judge ni fie mo no who say judge a plan of say yan to about for e bi asipen as a judge question there no yes yan to about for ko to for e tum ko to but no no asan wi ni nti enu mi giri say o bu kakra e sign enema e koso wo mani uhwe say de emenwa di uhwe inflation akofam uhwe CD dollar stabilize uhwe petrol prices a wo fam any debt to GDP ratio ni na no ama one bu kakra because say election bi ombeko bia no they are bound to lose there's no way on lose na they see your parliament no em say emra asemisi ya judge case ne ba parliament no NDC for can say the man had no right to be in parliament because judgment no akwa etia no say onye PBO na speaker the bar out say no say assemblity sana ye ma 7 days 7 days no bia na opeso okoye stay of execution stay of execution say judge na judge the opese court for any sa judgment na judge njama odi etunchen kakra ye say no ye fanyina ho na ye momodi ye ko ebi appeal nti speaker na ma 7 days say 7 days na omo fa hwe saade no which is mandatory 7 days no after that no or she say on the first na say bibia omo ti bibia otherwise case no ever continue nti 7 days no na ka dia omo ye say omo tumi akọ court omo tumi agisa stay of execution no what several letters say court akoji stay the munzan can stay no nti na there after 7 days no na another ya trigger say inya inform parliament say seat aye empty there clerk no o ma 7 days no hwe na o inform within that period no there inform easy say change be aye vacant ho article 112 clause 5 no na kire away constitution mu mandatory say clerk no in adwuma into offer 7 days you try no ma another 4 days so or inform clerk or inform say space ho and ma say yisi so share on the 30th say bibia ensi say be call election no and then you na call parliament so montiase say letter no withdraw ma leader another pray the mass statement na statement no ma no owie no in parliament your mass statement owie there obi enya ho asem ka nti we in this case no as a mama yarga the leader of the house also or person or counter no mass we speaker the judgment about and we na say ina so mon pray ma obi ankasa asem no na da democracy ne yi wo kasa che so obi nka bi enti eno na ema ekowie katakata aye unfortunate ewo ho eno unfortunate my MP pay my brother ABC enti ana me very a little bit soft on that one enya di papa de yes ana ye gree hu enu ase de mo enya di make me condemn completely enya soft kakra ye ni mo hwe ni me o mo kono ma plan also mo share black ye share mask no ma ye placards ebi kura se mahama e person ko another term and it's omoji size seat no which is mutually exclusive professor mutually exclusive just seat no any mahama oboko term no entirely because all person change constitution now you have more than 2/3 majority more than and you don't need this one only back in the count. What you had the opposite way. No more we can one station say, we were parliamentary. I don't try say, obey, destroy. I don't say, obey all the MPs in the one I zero. So you can go ahead. A competition, yes. The more you get, the better. Until you have much as NDC, any Bradley, I sit with the bear way, or the back when says answer Jack. No, it doesn't work that way. You're quite be a person can sit in now, yes, into more chance when we mean genuinely, legitimately. I don't mean Nicholas and Sissy the other side. And you must also mean some Anuka. No one was ever prepared, say, acquire by election. Within that period, the courts need the stay of execution or judge the bar. I think that they have to listen. Yes, sir. Yes, appeal so basso. No case sir judgment now. High Court no my appeal court and now Supreme Court above. Then we start all over again. Now or no begin MP. Yes, idea. They must go by the now the ruling. And you say Nema Akoso never bobi said the mind and no sikono. Any enemy say no. Any election on Bakuno, they are going to lose. Any automatic. Say they don't have the support of the masses. They say no one will say difference. I assure you as answer. Until you hear a question. Until you have coalition in media, I believe that they are going to lose. Any no Muslim. On can say what 3,000 votes there. It you over 10 in the crowd. A common audience. Say no sooner a omnicra seat no. Of Wasi Hodino. And so a 10 my NDC winning. And I think similarly this one too is going to end up that way. Anything on Monpe and Guasia, Opese, Yamase Katakataba, na and Twabano. That's what we shall see a campaign. Now, Miniam Omodin last we can say the next election, there's no way MPP is going to win. And it's a must. Because on party I disintegrate. So Momodiana organize it. On Fasa 3 years here came. On for organize it. No man tap elections no. Na somebody me I idea kakra. Yes sir. Now when organize on party na the next election so be so elusu. On the next period no after 2028 no. On the organize it. On the NDC na say 12 years, me 16 years. And advice at this time in communities I say troubles because they are completely down on part 9 disintegrate and they don't start it no more leader beer or what you are starting organizing from the grassroots and not from top bottom ya on I have Pema Baumia a president you know or a candidate to be disaster for them. The Bayan Comico Pell be on facing Ukraine or more starting building. Now the next election, or to me, I Broma, or to my 1 year Sadia, a better have been a one party state. Omodina, Omushini, now Omia Cascasana, Omunco, and got Tramalak or Highway. Omco, no Monsieur, no say, yeah, I can say party, no, Edijano, no, correct. Omodina, wanting to win here. Let's say, no. Omashasia omuni the heart of the Ghanaian populace. Okay. Yes, sir, and I believe say no matter what they will lose this by-election. Now confirm say when they came, no, everything was bad. Kenoforiata, OSP what Jan Nakotsan baby, Okodini ill-gotten wealthy. Scott billions in or Fanina Kodia. How do you expect Ghanaians to support your party? No, they are now the year natural money, or be to me corruption case about no bit clear. Actually, been a friend clearing agent. All this is fresh in the minds of Ghanaians. Until you fee, until women try say on passion of Omomodi starting organizing, now we change the face of their party. And I'm not me compete. No much media, and yes, idea. They have a long way to go. Okay. On a big tax.
Madam Saint Honorable Peter Yao Kwachiaka na yetene nkano Kofi Abusha Penny Manon Browhwe.
King Nicholas. Medasina unkrofu wenya anka onse makofa Bible. Komu bie eyibi ma mehwehwe bomu 1 Timothy chapter 3 verse 2. 1 Timothy chapter 3 verse 2. Twi na meba so nti King Nicholas. Pandai issue. Na I am a say MPP minority will be able to say, Adia, honorable day, or mad, you know, because or MP. Once a teacher, always a teacher. Why a former MP? I said the attorney, my colleagues, you know, sometimes, you know, okay about once we are adding. But many MP that may go contest the primary school. That's 1 Peter chapter 3 verse 2. First Timothy. Sorry. 1 Timothy chapter 3 verse 2. Verse 2. Yabaso. I'm sorry. Quinty Comuye na ebedi sada. I'm say atoso. Na unso King Nicholas ebrofuno wa na wahwehwe. Na
where are you English?
Where krom.
And I say English and I say
English and you bet me account to ni na and beba into asiaba. Good. Into say emotional intelligence no. E wo baby a wo apply no mra enipa no oye mature. Because I did eba if you don't take time you throw yourself out. Emotions if you can't control it ukuru obeye bibia wie no wanu se wugina wase ani mu kontokwawo won hwedi ya obe ukura na no wase yia no but if you have that control you can control yourself and you can manage things. You see yanya MPP minority ever parliament before 1992 MPP from boycott parliament it was Kobe 1996 MPP for parliament no 66 NDC majority was around 133 and another one independent. So I say good is independent the crimes were last year film but the MPP minority then the then minority JH Mensa and Hakman Ushia Jimamu Sata Manoa JH Ushia Champong NDC ono ye majority leader obeda sabuamu time no Benjamin Kumbuomo. You see MPP at that time nipa kasa wu say nipa el kasa wo parliament no na wo ye nipa wo de wu say Nana Akufo-Addo at that time okura no so gina wo at that time and the man wu say papa no wodi say bibi wodi mu ama say Nana Akufo-Addo at that time wo parliament wo kasa 96 coming wu say yes in Kofuni JH Mensa story kasa we say wa bobiu hakman wo so yima kasa ansada akwe kwame na battles mo aprekumu that time no MPP funya akwa na wo tu wo ho say wo nipa wo ye educated wo ye lawyers wo nim defo inti eno na sa time wo tu wo ho and wo tu Ghana futim and e ka wo tim. And now the next election no 2000 no we be win the election we win majority. What you say 66 but the way we comport to the parliament and then the man we buy power 2000 na enamre your minority ya micro election big election and say the defeated so say I said kabu betina cinema relaxing na kamoto ni yema tutu yema wo won say da anu ya former president Kufuor abeka say onu kura de na wo ye bola suja no ye bede
sana kan
also your bede wo de ni kwafum ko chichiri na the campaign based on president Kufuor ni achievement is what about power no so bibia ni consultant one day na Akufo-Addo anye yes also no obi amfa president Kufuor enye hwe enne one party no mo just say na nka mo mpanimfo amko parliament no mo betina se na mo de nioma atutu ye no afemu ma kensese obekire won say wo beye dede wo ma NDC fu adwuma enkoso wo parliament da na say NDC fu ye ngadwe say they want to execute government business they will never the first move okwekotena form he led an MPs a bunch of MPs and of course will naturally want to be no be a who a lawyer ni na kan watch you ni pa den for bail and your court
sir
we know to be court with Antialaba Esa Batokunu, who called the court a day, 12 o'clock. You to meet ma when you be within 1 hour. A panel judges
at 2 o'clock.
2 o'clock. Judgment Taba. I don't feel the court will woman. No to be Machia Kotana form as MP. A Kotana form. You have to go to court and apply for a bill.
Yes, you.
Now when we are waiting in Ano, and I'm afraid we say no, Yandi will disrupt government business. And yes, we better not say the cogent argument, superior argument. Abba, when we defeat government, we among a tongue of him. The women's are some of the Yansa woman. Even description of one very current Chief Justice or the man Chief Justice, also a disputed Chief Justice. Nominee also disputed a court case be any court obi am fa including on one kasa on fa case be court on kodan commission be but to be described current chief justice or a disputed nominee just when you say I don't know what you know they can't control their emotions when to be superior here when you say behavior what the court parliament just 3 days ago when you say namusuma NDC it to be pass appropriation budget appropriations Adam friend or passing now one debate one NDC majority passing without any debate. But this is the time in Kamuni Mubabe debate not just a 2 million or 2 billion Ghana cedis now yadeko joint way no 2 they ko sa sector way no e yeden na mo de ko no punch holes room no chire my friend the minister that be human no maka if you be teaching say these people are making sense. They are making sense. They are speaking knowledge. But yes how we ko jira ho ye no way no brutable so na nyentia me so bu hwek ayi no sa kwa no me friend osofo da my friend one about that. Yes, in two before you. Or you also from the co. Or you could see a man quite Christian. You. Or you also for. Or no to be fat paper or trouble speaker. Or no to paper double speaker.
Paper na name.
And now, no.
In team for John.
In team for John or to paper na speaker. Or you friend who suffer. The patch quotation I'm going to my NT. First Timothy chapter 3 verse 2 also there say
so there say ahwefo ni say
there say ahwefo ni say or no so for ni say
when you no asem
biara nka
oye baako
ne yere ye baako pe on twempena wo ba bia baako pe
na ni su da ho
oyo bi oye soba
na dwimutie
da ho okasa wo se nyansa wo mo nya allegation say play bi di cocaine abesi Ghana da
oye ni hu we say
oyo bi oye discipline oye neat oye discipline answer no be na na akasa no se nyansa wo
opa ho ye
receive enipa ye
oni mchachire
nti asabu ni ye wo parliament no akasa tu mchachire osi de bi ente sa na mum ni kwari ni ya fa to se
onye asadwiam
enu ni omo wonsa kototo ni ma omo so be hu ana bibi go paper so ana water free what was that
na bibi go paper so
and water free to video ni
onye pupo on kojia parliament in Canada ni en kojia radio so nye wrong allegation ni ma chire ni wori fi on kwasem pass
na mbom odo
ono huju
onye ntokwape
on pentokwa won to paper wo parliament mo speaker
onye sikani bre odi onaka ndisani fie suyi
won so obi o tisa no otuma hande ni fie
ni maso hwe
ni maso ohwe won ye na wey so yes I do way this is the quotation for that the reason why I said that guy I will never call him reverend and I will never call him reverend. Can you imagine? To members, everyone sorry what shall say honorable. This is the verdict.
Associate pastor.
This is the obi osho. Now who sorry ba show. Now the more people ko speaker. And now cracks for crowd to one. The way I to ko mezi no ko cracks and the speaker now na nya. But the Bible, the verdict is here. Obi osho you set good example. So when tafuru bibi you will never do this in Parliament House. You will never. And Alaji ba obi ase then or you disappointed ono nan kasa de hu kura do kasa you disappointed to himself
we disappointed on one
you enti pandai no kimi kola sa di asem na pandai yen koto ba na mu ye naane de bia ye koto ba na mu ni some of the electoral officers returning officers na ma ko na de na ma change figures pa na mu di aye enti wo fo so wo power de sa no ba ye na o ye he ade na wo ko no wo ka 41 no dan no memeti asem no mankasa na ekokoto no Rashid Tanko and no ka asem na meti o say 41 na wo de kokoto no 41 me example at the same MPP for call election petition 2012 and you Ghana police station you know what the quay but was selecting some police stations and what the quay it when you know so normally in your kaka hu no we found only 41 police station and what the quay example say case study when you the bar na sa police station one police station one particular police station and you say one pro infractions there be no well you will to a benny na 750 750 what to a benny we na 1001
overvoting
and then you go to 41 working cabo when we need about 3,700 plus MPP no Pandai Matthew no we need about 3,700 infections out of that 41 on your bush no abro 4,000
ya bo
biegu ma abro so it is a judge in the chance not to film not to na so we dey na say let to film kura ni 3,000 na ne abro so kura sa ho it yan ko dey ko ye ni run na say also obi kunuma ye me ye hwe aduni asawani fagbo mu na fata kuru so
fantia say dri bontia
ni kigu mu na fasa and so kigu mu na fasa when so ya ntokwa and before munuma we tiko kuma apostles of democracy we munuma we tiko kuma if you believe say we win election again na we sura mayen ko de ko to abano if the Matthew Nyanda boss one uni ma say boka o say operation one share one education watches democracy for me ade no watches no making sure say ma NBC fun fa one national team ma ho and I will nanya local fight and go. Can you imagine since when and as our theory we start here juma osuro odim say when we need a faith strategy back when we need body here what we call I move for say no for ya to why we ablikuma na dey
ablikuma
no and ya koto aban who work on who one ko but then we was started boy no and fear mongering and violence you be see young pedi you say ya kwa kwatia so the same thing obi aja be man si obi a we yan kwa kura yo won start eho be basa and then we never nanabi osu hu ho never how do you who are disappointed national organizer she be a won nam say we party ni kuro mu achiche wo kwa kodi kanere japo achi secretary akodi obi fufuru achi we akodi we achi and am problems ichi Ghana free mama yentie enye biribia ne MPP fusu wenye mre ni one court to take decision MPP fusu wenye dai wenye court ni parliament take decision was wenye ni obia take mrade say ye won bibia ema ye mfa mrade dai enye adwuma na mama yo bibia the same rules no anaje jachikwesi no nya Ghana ni ana sa Santo Kofi Akpafi Lolobi and Alipe no munya Ghana for 4 solid years without representation no munya Ghana for it's here there in the field the adira ba means a problem abaso he the bisa MPP ni bibi so nka no kware me ne wo show na me say ba chawo ka no kware say yekoto aba e wo koforo dia sa afija say e na ya to aba wie e won e stronghold na ya to aba wie na bana borosu 3 and 2 na ya NBC ni we ni obepini ana o si won ohwe manim MPP ni be pini sa ba kwa broso e won no stronghold na NBC ni we ni sa ba no enye hwe title global enye 3 vote no de wini campus abana campus e wini no mo kan ya ma finally o mo be broso 3 these are the things e fa mo hu dia o mo say okay but Ghana for yeah Pandai and then you see any statement about Mira. O say 30th yebekwa kotoaba. NDC supporters ida yebekwa Pandai. Yebekwa koye campaign because you say seat no you winning. We say Mahama winning sa presidential. Presidential Mahama winning. And na when that die na Keniko the person nessa asebu we mama yenhwe ne enka ne ye efi neko electoral officer biara returning officer biara obeko naive with any politician no change figure no se o man be boka sa bia ma say nipa no we make sure say we be jail no it should be punished. So obi oye electoral officer ebo modern so connive with any you know change figures no dey make ka na returning officer bibio no to be announced. No one shares mistakes in the beer. This signature was so tell me biaro. Say me parungelino. And I won't confiscate any baby. No one turn off and tiaka because a state in Masaya Boka. Medase.
Meda Kofi Abusha Penny Ase na memfasida biom MFM Divine Hope Herbal Center. Producers of Otria Herbal Powder. Bema no ba usisi ya uya. Me pachunya Otria Herbal Powder bebo koko ne how. Bema waye brew mpim. Saso na ulibido no form stroke how also. Oba obu sa wo huni ye me kan for Otria Herbal Powder. Ediamo mobe hia ye nsuo enye nsuo shi but enye nsuo amu shi bebre warm water kakra na udi powder ne bi egum abono gumma you are good to go enti be mo be gina pinti usisi ye we ya koko ni na obetumi tu ase abra we use Otria Herbal Powder enye na wo Ghana ha baby eton adro bi odu also pay Otria Herbal Powder open one say maybe say for 0591 565 and 0550 639 037 na we need impeding for ND and common so also na Power Specialist Herbal Hospital or see your friend hepatitis A, B, C, D and E, fatty liver, sciatica, prostate, unsana una able pain also na component how fibroid how may come for a Power Specialist Herbal Hospital at the amount Kumasi Omofeyase Lake Bosomchi Road opposite Jesbro Filling Station Accra branch in Okwabenya opposite Anas Accra branch in Okwabenya ACP Road will be home more Takrade branch war Anaji Estate adjacent Anaji MA Primary School 0244 544422 and 0200 383831 na woni mpedifo ndin komo insuo ni o ex natural mineral water umbeje we their festive season eno ana ye enum eno ana edidi bronyin ex natural mineral water your 500 ml your 750 ml your 350 ml wonye binuma ebebo ye papa make say depo ewo fie ha ye wo osu abebrese street ya boni po ho brebeje wo de na osu festive season fetwa kai say event bia so obetumi asave wase sa so no obetumi afra factory wo 0596 273546 0596 273547 na ukomelkomo so obenya bi ato maybe be to me akonkai medimosis some country so the lift kit capsules e the abel drama so sometimes you know a kwanya ye fast ye didi anadwo late night snacks in mekeka ho na ye stress ye ma ye liver no etumi ye over time pa nti ne be hia dro betumi aboa ye support liver no ma bibie tumi akonkai nti lift kit capsules na e be bo liver ni ye papa e boost immune system na sanso e full supplement e be bo ni padua no ye friend lift kit capsules nti me pacho bebre e available wo e pharmacies, herbal shops, supermarkets ato apetu Ghana for no ko so per lift kit capsules medimosis na dia bedra man so nti open ho asem ebisa from 0244 06 8447 ono mundin komo Safari Valley Eco Resort in the middle, so Safari Valley Eco Resort, Shomocha Kwango, Mountains, Eastern Region, Okre District, Dewu, Honomo, Namekacho, say a 4-star forest lodge resort. We drew her when it Beji Papa, 24-hour service on me more, and to drew us a guest, I bet show time you'll be drew Hobia. Now, surrounding your wildlife into being zebra, antelope, mara, one, the Brenankasa, which made Jinasu, and I would join no more for you. ne kama pa maybe be to me akonkan ebi all your conferences day visit weddings honeymoons birthday celebration ni na no betumi akọ na when wadofo ekodi me pa cho omo world class accommodation with private swimming pools won pay we na opedien kai say we recreational and restaurant services omo run bi ho and to say local and continental dishes ubenya bi edi kama pa wo ho sa so na me pa cho bebre omo solar energy usage no mu use ho nti me pa cho solar de bia light ni so kan sa so na electric transportation system nti omo electric vehicles bia no so ho mu use no ho sa me pa cho enema bebre na na koso farm to table dining in na bi ho ebiom a horseback riding fishing on man-made canal and sun and I hole air golf in Yeme Brinana Kosoho. For reservation for 0596 9143 94 0596 9143 94 na yenjao baby na wakwa wenya baby ada wenya baby atena kama pa na bibia etumi akọ enkan honorable we di yembo ni 2 minutes na yen sorry and His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Obono Humbodin Papa Oyebia achese ne campaign promise with me aye or repeal aye be friend is saying COVID-19 levy no with me ayi ho wa scrap fi ho or say ye hwe taxes be a time or position no na akoye difficult to comprehend the magana ni bia na hard ni entinra of fulfilling the promise of the year juma yentie no beka bibi kakra bi so e ba se nam kroma e bo anko fu titi total drivers e digana fu yenka me nu bo 2 minutes na
ade pa say taxes ni free ho and so this government no our finance section Dr. Atoforsen I agree say they want to scrap taxes na only because production, which is the best thing to do, because taxes no if you're the first budget of me year we be certain taxes free ho nuisance taxes and we be free ho a boy economy no say second party so it's a COVID tax ye taxa na nye kura it say you levy tax ye protest na ma ye ask for parliament no oba ma ye free we say so ye COVID tax ye free ho maya COVID buyer and now she me sika pudio IMF World Bank na bre sika kwa me bru sky spending so still they impose tax on the people sika I said you no duane dey miti we obiane ho no duane maami ya gigi tax no just say it was so good the disca na obisa so ye ebi wo pa airport ho o ba airport and ya secretary Nigeria be disca yes if you are brochi ba me kura me tue bi if you are brochi ba wa ntua tax no wa ya man for play
antigen test
yes
Benedict
yes o ko test na udu airport ho so a well, just say it was bad. I don't chase Kabio. Why they don't buy a Ghana over Chessica. Now they made money out of that. Yarina Bana, then you don't get the Giska. And it is in order. Oh, share a Sputnik V. No, yeah, and so. Escasem kwa na je
kwa juma menu
obo mu anka etebianka yare be
na how it we ba no and they say 203 jam sin change Ghana ye na be so esa no mo dey face ke bu je ni pa ni discati esu say COVID no ya ade be wutu ni be say COVID na ma mining koso COVID rather COVID brought money to us. Yes, on your free. Ukraine.
Yes. Say NDC by say Israel and Hamas or Ukraine war. He said, and so you don't even hear about it. And you will be awesome or come to qua. Also, the house and name our economy. Na entra omo edi no mo discount from. I go tax really free. Maybe I always feel say too much tax no a stranglehold strangle the economy, because Nippon escape be out to Botoma, na buying so a good user of funds. A bicycle be a use inefficiency room. Until I believe say and be an Yamasika and co individualism. Now individual now on planning how to use the money. Now government any indirect taxes because no government can succeed without taxes. No more direct taxes say I am having yes into omunhwena we say na ye no me giri say ripple effect in beba ebema companies and your excess money and they are producing more producing more no na adwuma aba system ni mu amanfo onye adwuma no na mo tua taxes indirect taxes and it is in good omunhwe other taxes bi a ohwe ahunye faso eni hu ni faso no omunyi free ho na ema economy ni grow na government inya indirect taxes no for development.
Go happening.
King, just 1 minute.
Okay.
But Ayalolo, just 5 cities.
5 cities
from Accra to Marina and Adenta.
5 cities. No Fabio Hako, wow, where?
No, but you do
5 cities.
Not here, yeah, that is a
more neighbor because I'm saying tractor drivers and
peace.
Peace, not side that fair or pen or beji.
Minister no number. But on share, what's a Grofubia sending me messages say, I share mine to what's a baby the same. Now, why you kind of one into one for not to a mouse when you 3 crap or pay. If you baba by a basso, betting tax echo, COVID tax echo, you see tax echo,
levy
echo. Upon all these things, you know, MPP for say, so we learn you want to develop Ghana. And then you few abandon kwaji loan here, but Ghana to pom no there koso bi akoso a debt that $77 million our fanko and net of fanko fo amasama wo asphalt Abraham come say me da wase MIF minerals income investment fund maybe me ya de mo mayo mo na baso we say oba ina anu ya wotumi erezi mobilize about 4 billion Ghana cedis nyame shira na mechi we asa
Mamina Kofi Busiapeni Asibebre, a member of the NDC National Communication Team also na me am Papa Madina Honorable Peter Yaukwachiaka, former member of Parliament de Amenfi Central on na omobai ni bedi dwumadi nyame nka hu no hiro me amedi dwumadi hu chambe from King Nicholas maminda production team ni na ase mema musu de na amapoma checheku one kwia krantma na di news papa na kan de bre nyame nka hu no hwe so e mo bibiara afisha pa afio afi bye bye
next week